Ladies and gentlemen, the second tower has been hit. Mayday, mayday. The second tower has been. Oh wait, my bad. This is the wrong podcast.
That's fucking crazy.
Welcome back to the What Do You Mean by That podcast, episode number. Do you guys know?
No.
69.
That's right, 44. Good job, guys. You guys are the best.
He's talking about the Lego Tower.
No, I was looking
Yeah.
at it. Kai's been on the same boss. I thought it was 50 hours. It's closer to like 60, almost 70
on the same boss.
in that area. Yeah.
Why doesn't he just go?
It must be nice when you get paid to do that.
Just go scale up.
He has.
Not
He's
enough.
left the area several times to go get other stuff to try to fight it.
Oh my god.
The last boss is hard. I don't know if it's 70 hours hard.
Is it DLC boss?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
The last DLC boss is mildly redonkulous. What's
For
critical?
50 hours,
Somebody that
60 hours.
has played every Souls-like game, according to him, that comes out. Like he says that he tries every single one that comes out. He said that like it was probably one of the hardest ones. At least for FromSoft, it's probably the hardest FromSoft boss, and it took him like 2 hours.
Hell yeah,
But he
brother.
fisted it. It's still crazy though. He's put almost 1,000 deaths into it because actually no, like 600, almost 700 deaths. But still, that's a lot of deaths.
That is a lot of deaths.
Yeah. Speaking of gaming, there was an esports tournament.
Why does this weapon look like a chicken wing?
What the fuck are you looking at?
Oh, you're talking about Kaisenet's run, right?
Yeah, I just opened up his stream.
Yeah. The weapon
is
he's using does look like a giant chicken wing.
Oh, is it the giant ass fucking bonk club?
It's one of them.
I seen one guy go with just a bonk club and like a shield. No armor,
The
nothing.
thing is that there's different clubs at this point. I
Does
think
that
one
have
of
good
them's from the
stats or
DLC.
what?
I think so.
Good
I think it
enough to
has-
beat this guy?
Yes.
Okay.
The weapon itself looks kind of goofy, but it is good for them. I mean, it's slow, but it's good. That's the
Boss
thing.
looks cool.
Yeah. I've seen him get to like beyond half a couple times, but the boss fight's really hard. Like I didn't even judge him for it. Well, 70 hours is kind of ridiculous, but
You think he's throwing some of these plays?
I don't think he's throwing. I think it's more like his mental's gone. Or it was
It could
gone
be
for
it too.
parts of it. You know when
Yeah.
like you're just really fucking stressed in a boss fight, so you get impatient and stuff?
He can't end the stream until he beats it, right?
That's me.
Nope, he can't.
He says 100 plus hour. He's on hour 97, so he's got time.
Yeah, but 70 of those hours have been on this boss.
Well, if he's at the end,
Then it doesn't really matter. But I mean,
no.
being at the end with that much time is kind of crazy.
I don't see why he would end without beating it.
He's making that money though.
Yeah, no, I had
Oh,
heard
yeah.
he's got to be going out the ass.
He has 154k subs.
154k subs.
Yeah. That's a
The
lot.
dollar amount. It's crazy for
He
that.
also has
Oh my God.
110k viewers, and they're not all subbed. He's pulling ads.
Yeah, he's pulling
Oh, yeah.
ads like crazy.
Don't ads make more than subs?
I guess it depends on the watch time, right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
But per
man.
person that's watching, I wonder if he makes more. Because
How
he
many-
probably gets like a. Does he get a better ad split for being like a huge partner?
Probably.
Yeah, probably. He probably has like the best Twitch contract ever.
Yeah. So then I
That's,
don't know.
that's why
But I
bro
wonder
loves
how many
streaming.
ads would equate to a sub. Like how many minutes of ads?
Yeah,
you
and
need
it
to
has to be
watch.
per person. Like,
Yeah.
how many ads does like one person have to get? So like, what would a tier 1 sub is 250, right? So like, I wonder.
He probably gets like the 70% split. 70-30.
Yeah. So it's like
Yeah.
$3.
Okay, so that's
$3,
like
$4
yeah, it's
something?
like 3 something. But it's like how many ads is 3 something? I don't know. Especially because you don't know if like he gets like a special thing since he is. Is he the biggest streamer on Twitch currently? Is there anybody bigger than him?
For subs or followers?
Just like in terms of like viewership and everything.
I
Is
think right
Queso
now,
still up
yeah.
there?
Queso gets good, and so does Jinxie, but I don't know
I
if they're
think
like at
Jinxie
his
would
level.
beat Queso.
Yeah, I think Jinxie is above
Viewership.
him.
But there's always like some like Portuguese streamer that you've never heard
Oh,
of that
True.
has like 200K average. So I don't know.
Yeah, those are insane. I don't really get them. I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe they.
It's because you don't speak Portuguese.
Maybe I do speak Portuguese and you don't know.
You don't. I know that.
How do you know that?
Because you only speak Spanish and English.
How do you know that?
And I
He
listed
speaks
in the
Chinese
order that
too.
you learn them.
How do you know
He
that?
speaks Hindu.
Yeah,
First of
I
all,
speak Hindu.
you know damn well that you learned Spanish first. I don't want to hear it from you.
That doesn't mean I didn't learn Portuguese second or third.
You've never been to Brazil.
You don't know his lore.
Yeah, oh my
I know that
lord.
I know he didn't because he would have told
Because
us he
what?
went to Brazil, and when he was a baby, he crossed through this country illegally.
Yeah, but I could have crossed other countries illegally as a baby. You just don't know.
He made
But
his
you
way
did.
up the South America.
Yeah, I went
Yeah.
down. I tricked.
He got lost.
Yeah, I overshot. I was like, wait, am I not in Mexico? I knew when I was in Peru. I was like, wait a minute, something's wrong here.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
What was it? You were talking about like some league team getting
Oh yes,
banned, right?
there was a league team. So they were doing a tournament for the league, and it was like tier 1 or tier 2 teams. I think the team was tier 1. It was like basically like a lower tiered tournament, but they had rules for the tournament that were what was it? You weren't allowed to use emotes at all, or you would get disqualified. And a team, I guess they forgot to take off because you have to take off every single emote. And the people that were running the tournament, like I don't know if it was judges or like some sort of tournament organizer was supposed to like double check that there was no emotes equipped. I guess they must have missed one. And
So it's that person's fault. It's not the team's fault.
Yeah, it's mildly that person's fault. Then the team that got first blood, the emote popped off automatically, not the player doing it. And the other team paused the game and complained to the organizers, like, "Hey, they have emotes going," and got them disqualified. They asked them, "Do you want to disqualify the other team or not?" And they were like, "Yeah," which is like, I can
Come
understand.
on, dude.
You're a bitch, but I can understand it. Like, if you're in a tournament and there's money on the line, you want every advantage you can get, but it's also like that's not a clean win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't earn that.
But yeah, I think the person that originally like fully organized the tournament apologized. And I think somebody else apologized and said that like let me see what it was.
I remember the tournament organizer apologizing. I don't know if anybody else did. But...
Yeah, somebody else made a statement. Yeah, she apologized.
It's like some Philippine tournament.
And you could still no, it wasn't that they apologized. Somebody else like from like basically like official league stuff was like you could still emote in future tournaments. But I think that I can actually sort of understand why you would ban emotes because it's the same way that like you know that was it football players get penalized if like they do like special dances or stuff during a touchdown or like if they do stuff they get like unsportsmanlike conduct. I can understand it. I feel like back in the day I would have been like, oh, this is the stupidest thing possible. But I can understand if like you're trying to run stuff in like a very official way, why you would ban certain things, or at least maybe not even. But I don't think teams should disqualify. They should just get like a fine. Just be like, hey, if you do this, we're gonna charge you like. That's what they do for football players. And I'm not saying to charge them the same amount for that, but like be like, hey, if you do this, you gotta pay $50. And it's like the disqualification for the whole team over it is insane.
Yeah, I get it. It's that person's tournament, so it's their rules. They get to make up whatever they want, and it's up to the people to choose to enter. But that was the person that was checking that's fault. The emotes in the first
place. They were supposed to double check. Like they were supposed to be like the players checked that they did it, and then somebody else was supposed to check as well that they had removed it. I also feel like if I'm in a tournament, I'm gonna double check that none of my emotes are on. I wonder if that person left it in on purpose.
No, there's no way. It had to be.
Well,
like
that's probably not the only rule. You probably have to do some other stuff. That's probably just the only thing that went off.
I don't know.
That managed to happen. I don't know.
I just feel like if you're in a tournament, you pay attention to like whatever. Like if you know the rules and you're supposed to check things, I feel like you double check. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Because you're putting.
But it sounds like an accident, though.
It does sound like it was an accident for sure. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like how do you let that slip if you're putting weeks into like scrims and stuff like that? Probably right ahead of time. Or let's say like you're scrimming before. Maybe it's not weeks. I don't know
So that's
how
probably
long your
done
prep.
like right before the tournament.
What? The scrims?
Double checking the emotes.
Yeah, but like, how do you miss? Like checking emotes in League. Let me go look. It's not that hard to take them all off.
He already had league open.
No, I had to like. My league runs in admin mode when I first opened it, so I had to open it and click the thing. It's annoying.
Are there any rules in League Esports where you can't use certain skins?
I actually think so sometimes.
So they probably have to check that too. Check the emote wheel.
Well, no, the skins thing is just don't equip it.
Because you can
So
equip
they
that
have to-
in
they're
Champ
all
Select, right?
off.
Yeah. So emote wheel, you could check that out of Champ Select. Like you don't do emotes in Champ Select. You do emotes before you even go into a lobby.
Mm-hmm.
So you just go to your emotes, you go to your wheel, and you have to like basically you have a emote wheel and then you have your reactions. So there's like two separate things, but it's on the same page. I think.
I don't know. I think the reaction should have counted. That's kind of stupid, but whatever.
I don't know. I feel like it should, in a sense, because they knew better.
You
I
don't
get that
think
it
the
was a
whole emote idea is stupid?
What do you mean that you
Like the
shouldn't emote?
whole, you shouldn't. Well, like the fact that like emoting is banned in any way. You think that's normal? You're like, oh, okay, that's fine. That's
I'm okay with it.
granted. I think it's
Like I said
dumb.
with the football thing. No, I think the football players they're not allowed to do dances after like touchdowns and stuff.
I'm okay
Am I
with it
wrong?
too. You could ban emotes. You could do whatever you want with your tournament. But if it was an
Yeah,
accident, that's
but
it
I think
should not
even
be.
if it was an accident, like I'm gonna use football players once again. Like even if they do something that's even small, if it's something that they know that they're not supposed to do, they still
Well, then
get the
that sounds
fine.
intentional. If they did it,
I know, but I'm just saying that like they still get the fine, even if it was like something that wasn't as like let's say one player like does a triple backflip dance whatever, and then another one does like just like a whatever like hand sign or whatever. I don't know. They both get the fine, maybe not to the same degree, but if you knew that you weren't supposed to do something, you should double check ahead of time. It's the same way that, like if you're not allowed to use like the certain skins, like you said, if you use the skin, you'd be like, oh, I didn't realize that that one was on the list. You still should have looked at the list. I think every once in a while there are certain skins that end up getting banned or unbanned if they get patched. So I think like Ash used to have like a hitbox on one of her skins that made her ultimate look smaller than it actually was. So then that one got banned for a while in pro play, I believe.
Interesting.
Yes, skins banned. And, like Elemental Lux is banned. There's an like any skins that make like certain hitboxes look worse, like harder to tell, are banned in leagues. Pro player. Elemental Lux, I Blitzcrank. Like let's say you're like, oh, I didn't realize that Dragon Trainer Heimerdinger is banned for pro play, and you equip the skin. That's on you for not paying attention. I feel like. I don't know.
Wonder why that skin. But I mean,
It's hitboxes and stuff. Or the way that certain things look, certain animations, because it changes them.
right.
Most of the time. There's other ones. Let me see. Other Verisight impression. His Dragon Trainer skin released only banned from. One of the primary reasons for this restriction is to the skin's Q ability, where Hammer during explodes Dragon. So basically, it's because his Q has a different animation than the normal one, so it's harder for people to tell, I guess.
You mean the one that places the fucking turrets?
Yeah. So like that animation looks different. So maybe it looks like they're autoing or looks like something else.
Okay.
So it might be harder. Yeah, so it's basically like you wouldn't be able to tell, which is normally why certain skins are banned. Is either animations or like certain things around them. I think that I would view it similar to that. Like if somebody equipped the skin like that and they knew it was banned, it's like, yeah, it's a skin. You could always just reload the match and you guys just queue exactly the same way, but you knew not to do something.
Right.
That's my view on it.
I guess with skins it makes sense, but with like just an emo, like that's I don't know. I still think it's kind of dumb. It's just a simple little dance, or in this
It's a
case, it's literally
minor,
not even a dance. It's
very minor accident. I
it's a
feel like it
sticker.
shouldn't warrant a disqual,
Yeah.
but that's me.
It is. I mean, they probably don't want the rules probably in place so people don't emote spam on each other.
Sure, that's
Yeah, I
fine.
know.
That's
And shit
annoying.
talk.
But I mean, we have like these turn off emote things for a reason in League. You
Yeah.
can turn them off. You can't turn them off in a football game, right? People just do them, but you can turn them off in League
Yeah.
no matter what.
Yeah, but they tried
So.
to get people to stop doing them. Either way. Like I said, it is always up to the tournament organizers how they want to set something up.
That's true.
Yeah,
You know, it's
if you
their
don't like the rules, then don't play.
Yeah. That is 100% a possibility. I feel like people are really hating on it.
That's fair. So then, like games like I think it was a few years back. There was I think it was a Call of Duty tournament, right? Where somebody was teabagging.
That was Apex.
It was Apex. Was it Apex?
Somebody teabagged their teammate's dead box.
Oh, the dead box. That's right. And then they got banned for it.
Yes.
That's so stupid. That's so dumb.
That one was
It was your own
dumb
teammate, which is
because
dumb.
it was their teammate.
Yeah.
The league one is like, oh, they emoted on like the other team. The Apex one was stupid because that one was like the dude was like, I teabagged my friend.
Yeah.
Which is like, and I'm sure that they weren't called joking around.
Yeah. But you
Now,
know,
to me with teabagging, I view it the same thing as the emoting. If you want to ban it, I don't care. Like I don't think it should be, but if you want to, I don't care. But that guy was like teabagging his teammate. It's not like he like they killed an entire other team, wiped them, and they went over to their box and started teabagging them. Like that's different.
Yeah.
I think we all would recognize like yeah, that would be like oh they were being disrespectful to the other team, and if
Yeah,
that's what
that's
you want to do.
toxic.
Yeah. But your own friend, that's dumb. That's like when like your friend's body is in a game and you ragdoll them off a cliff. Like
Yeah.
sometimes you just mess with them.
When you like use your feet to like kick their body around and then throw them off. the
Yeah,
cliff.
yeah, you
Yeah.
just you ragdoll them in any sort of way. You're throwing grenades at them, blowing them up. Like if it's
Yeah.
gears, you're blowing up your teammate's body afterward. Like whatever it is, it's different. I feel like everything's like fair game versus your own team, and then like other teams, like I can understand that's toxic.
Yeah, but I
They
don't
need
know,
to
it's so
take that
dumb.
case by case then, because yeah, emoting or teabagging on an enemy team is one thing, but if it's just like in a friendly manner against somebody you know, like
Yeah, no.
obviously they're not
On your
gonna-
team.
Yeah. I think that guy ended up backing down as well because everybody started flaming the shit at him.
Hmm.
Because that tournament organizer, he's not like this one where she apologized and everything. This guy like doubled down. He was like, "You guys are just toxic," and he was like, "Shut the fuck up."
It's Apex Legends. Who's not toxic on that game?
Everybody's toxic in that
The
game.
thing is that to be one thing I can understand though is like to be a pro in any game, you have to have at least some level of ego. Too.
Yeah,
Like you
Look at
have to
Al.
think I'm better than other people. At least to some extent. Like you don't have to be like super rude about it, but you have to know that you're better than other people.
Yeah.
what was that Faker quote?
All roads lead to me.
Yeah,
That one goes hard.
That one does go hard. That was pretty good.
He said, "I'll see you there." Like
It says, I'm the
even if
alpha
he's
and the omega.
like literally though, even if he doesn't make it to like the world or whatever, that's still a hard quote.
Yeah, that goes hard. I respect that one.
Yeah, but Faker's also proven that like he's one of the best over the years.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the best. They made a $500 skin for him.
Yeah, that was still crazy. What point do you guys consider like a microtransaction a macro transaction? At what price point is it no longer micro?
The $80 fucking King Kong glove from Call of Duty. That was fucking stupid. That is not micro.
So 80 your limit where it's macro?
I think
80
anything
is-
more worth more than the game.
Yeah,
Anything
I
worth more
agree.
than the game?
Any more than like $50.
I would say 50. I
Or
don't
like
even
a
think more than
typical
the
game.
game. I would say like 40 to 50 is not 50. 50 is like macro transaction. 40 could be like
Like a good
actually,
season
but
pass.
40 is like DLC level. Nah, because season pass are like $10.
They're like 20 now.
They're like 15. 15. I guess it depends on the game. I think depending on the game, it can be anywhere from like 10 to 20.
We've been so desensitized
Not for real though.
We're
'cause
cool with
remember back in the
We're cool with
day.
paying 30, 40
DLC used
bucks
to be
for
like $5, dude.
skins.
No, but back in the day, not season passes. Battle passes used to only be in like individual games.
They used to be $10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Battle
mean,
passes
isn't
or
Fortnite still Battle
DLC.
Pass?
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But
Fortnite's
I'm
Battle Pass, and then season passes used to be the move, but season passes did not used to be super expensive.
I meant typical DLC. That used to be like 10 to 20 bucks.
Yeah, I can understand when it could be more. Like, let's say I think there's a line between like DLC and expansion, because like certain DLCs are like expansion level where they warrant like a, let's say, like a $30-$40 price tag, and other ones are like, you want to give me 4 tiny maps, that's $10 at most. Like the
Yeah, I
Call of
get
Duty
that.
ones used to be
If you're getting like
5-10
double the
bucks.
game,
Yeah,
if you're getting
I
like
think
2 games in one for
yeah.
half the
The
price.
Witcher has like some really massive expansions in there, so it's like, yeah, that warrants like whatever price they wanted to charge for it. Like the Elden Ring one's $40, that warrants the price because people are putting like 20-30 hours into it. But if you're gonna, like, back in the day, it used to be map packs for like Call of Duty, and you'd be like, do you want to pay $5-10 for another 4 maps? And you'd be like, yes or no. But it wasn't that expensive. Well, actually, how much was $5 to $10 back then versus nowadays?
Isn't it like
For a
$10.
teenager, a
double?
lot.
Well,
$10, 2009.
back then, yeah, it was a lot.
Now,
You can get like 10 Arizona iced
Inflation.
teas with those.
all right, we're about to look at the inflation calculator, baby. Give me 1 second. So let's say $10.
I would save up my
And-
birthday money.
When did, let's say December of 2009.
That's when the
Because
Wii
that's
came out, I
when-
think.
I was gonna say that's around the time that Modern Warfare 2 came out. $15.
So it's like $5 more.
Yep. Well, it's $14.54, but it's basically $15. So it's basically, the map packs are like $15 back then, depending if they're
That
5 to 10.
is a 50% increase. That's crazy.
Pretty It's crazy to look at an inflation calculator and be
Put
like,
in
well, how much-
$100. It'd be 150, right? Based on that math,
It'd be like 140 something.
146, 148, something like that.
Yeah. But yeah, it's kind of crazy to look at. I think it'll be 145.40 or something like that, like 40 cents. But
Jesus.
somewhere around there. But you know, map packs. How much were them? It was map packs used to be like $5-10, right? Depending on the
It'd be
card.
like, yeah, it'd be like $4, $5.
Yeah.
And then it'd be like $8 for like the bigger ones.
Yeah.
Like, with the one with an extra zombie map would be like 10.
Yeah, that was for the Treyarch ones.
Yeah.
Was Modern Warfare? No, they had it for COD 4 had map packs, but I never played those. And then
Me neither.
Modern Warfare 2 had like 2 map packs with some fun maps in there. And then it started being that you would get the season pass. Not the season pass. Some of them would have the season pass where it'd be like, we're gonna have 4 map packs and you can pay for them now.
BBA makes
I
a
think-
good point. Games back then used to be like what, 20 gigs, maybe max,
Yeah.
and now they're like over hundreds and hundreds.
The thing is that, yeah, some of them, they don't do anything to decrease that size. And it's like, brother, please.
Storage is not getting cheaper either.
No. Storage is a pain in the ass.
Although there's a Prime Day deal right now where you can get a 2 TB SSD for like 120.
Nice.
Pretty good. It's
Isn't
like
that
a
typical?
Samsung one. No, it's not typical anymore. It
Are
used
they
I
to-
think
going
right
up?
now I'm chilling, but
They've gone up for like the past 6 months.
2 terabyte SS. That sounds typical.
They went up in price.
Because I bought like a bunch of like 1 terabyte M2s. That was like 60, 70 bucks.
How long ago?
Like over a year ago.
Yeah. I think it was I bought Tim an SSD over for Christmas, right?
yeah.
And then I want to say 7 months before that, SSDs were at a good price. And then when I went to go buy his, it was like $40 more. I was like, what the fuck? It was like $40. But you know,
I don't know much
whatever.
about the prices of SSDs and all that stuff.
I keep up with it because I like to go buy storage here and there.
You bought like 40 terabytes for your Plex thing.
Yeah, but that's a different thing. Those are supposed to be expensive. Yeah, the storage is not getting cheaper. Which brings me back. Let's make games smaller again.
Games should not all be over 100 gigs. Some of them it does not make sense. I
Somebody
think
just needs to
isn't
learn
part
to
of
compress
this,
files.
yeah, isn't part of the size for certain games that they make you download the 4K texture packs?
I think that's kind of annoying.
Isn't that part of it?
I can only think of Call of Duty that makes you do that.
Call of
I think
Duty's the
that
only
that's
one,
what
yeah.
people were talking about with the COD one, right? The COD makes you download them.
The
even
HD
if you don't want-
textures. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is like most PCs don't run games at 4K. Or like
Yeah.
most people don't anyways. Even if their PC can, they wouldn't do it because of the frame rate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they want the high
It's
frames.
dumb.
Like why are you having us download textures that we're never gonna use? We're sitting at like goddamn was it because the Call of Duty download, if you were to download all the CODs that are currently part of like the COD hub thing, it's like 300 gigs or something ridiculous.
For a game like that, it just doesn't make sense. Like games like Red Dead Redemption, for example, it's like 120 gigs. It makes sense. The world is huge. There's so many
Baldur's-
small things. There's so
It's a
many
Baldur's
scenes
game.
and events that happen in the game that
Yes.
they need storage for. It makes sense. That kind of game makes sense. But fucking Call of Duty, where it's like 300 gigs for like multiplayer
But
and a shitty
But the thing
campaign.
is, the 300 gigs is multiple games.
Oh, true.
combined.
It is like all the games combined, but
Not
100
this
gigs
next
each
one.
for just a multiplayer game? I don't know, man.
Yeah, no, it is. That's ridiculous. What'd you say, Dick?
Not this year's. This year's 300.
No, that's only if you combine them all. That's what they said.
Yeah, the download looks like it's 300, but it's because of all of them
Yeah, if you have them
being
all
on the same
installed.
thing.
What's all of it? How many is that? How many games is that?
Modern Warfare 2, 3, and Call of
I think
Duty.
it's
Black
I think
Ops
it's
6?
2019, the Modern Warfare 2, and then yeah, the Black Ops 3. Not Black Ops 3. The
Is that 4 games?
Modern Warfare 3.
Modern Warfare 3.
That's like 3 or 4 games.
Because you know they're all on the same launcher, right? You know, like they have like.
So they're
their own-
100 each.
Yeah, they're like 100 something each. Like my download says 142 gigs, but that's because I have like Modern Warfare 2 on there or something set as like the download. So I can look at
That's
the
if you
DLCs.
install everything like together on the Call of Duty.
Yeah, like
wherever they
mine
have
is
it.
to
It's
do.
like a launcher.
Oh yeah, no. My download would be Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer, Modern Warfare 3 free trial, Modern Warfare and then a bunch of like bundles and stuff.
Because I
Oh,
think
and
I have.
Warzone.
Yeah, right here. I have 100. It says 185 gigs right now. But that's because I have Call of Duty Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2. But I didn't install them both. But if I click
Yeah,
install
so I
here,
think
it'll
you
make
could
me install
adjust
them both. Which is kind of dumb now
Yeah.
that I think about it. This is on
But no,
Steam.
you could just. But you can change your download. You can look at the properties.
You can change it in properties.
Yeah, you go to your DLC and you change which ones you want to download.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to download them all. Not at all. You could definitely do like which is what I started doing.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really.
You,
play
like, if
Call of
you
Duty,
don't
so-
want like Warzone or something, I think Emily was the one that first brought it up that like she didn't play Warzone, so she just took that off her download.
Yeah.
To like reduce. And it may make sense. Like if you don't play it, there's no point. Is Warzone still as popular as it used to be?
I think it's still popular,
I don't.
but it's not like
Look.
huge.
Maybe Warzone. Let's go see. It has 35k viewers. I feel like it used to have more.
Everybody's taking a break right now because of good old Doc.
Yeah, it was a big one that played it. I think Tim the Tatman is still playing Warzone. Yeah, I see he's still uploading that on his channel.
You associated with Doc.
Yeah.
It was.
Well, that was the whole crew that played Warzone, basically.
Yeah, it was those three.
And then that one guy in FaZe, I can't remember.
What are you talking about?
That one guy they party with that was in FaZe. Can't remember his name.
I don't know.
Lifeline has a fucking.
The guy that
oh,
plays
sorry.
Matifu
Who?
back in the day.
I don't know
In
what the fuck
Fortnite.
that is.
You know who Tifu
The
is?
Fortnite player.
Oh, I thought you said Matifu, and I was like, I don't know what that is.
No, just Tifu.
No, Tifu. Yeah, no. I know who Tifu is. I thought you were saying like some sort of skin or something, and I was like, I don't know what that means. No, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Are you talking about Nick Merckx?
No. Well, he plays too, I think.
It's Nick Merckx, Tim, and Dog. They used to play together like all the time. And I don't know who their fourth was. Apparently some guy from FaZe.
I don't know. I don't pay attention to FaZe. Every time I see FaZe, it's just controversial stuff, and it makes me not want to see anything from them. I also offloaded the campaign. Maybe one day I'll try them when I'm bored. Yeah, Emily also did. Oh yeah, I forgot. Emily didn't play the campaign, so she got rid of those too. Which makes sense. Like if you're not gonna play certain, hear me out. I feel like more games should also include that in them. If like they're gonna have like a bunch of shit on them, except for most obviously single player games like you're gonna want it all.
Well, I think
But,
like
any
Call of
sort
Duty
of,
is the
like-
only one.
Every time a Call of
Is
Duty
it?
comes out, you get
I
the
think
same
it
12
is.
maps.
It is
It's
only
12
Call of
maps.
Duty.
It is
I was
the
trying to
only
think
one.
about it. Why does Call of Duty do this?
Like Battlefield hasn't had a campaign in years.
Why am
And
I just thought about that. Call of Duty is the only game that I have to go in there and be like, I don't want the 47 other downloads.
yeah.
Like I said, mine right now is like it was only multiplayer and like Warzone was downloaded when I was gonna download COD. Cause I was like, I don't need this much goddamn space for everything. What is this?
Yeah. I think the only thing that does that are like games that are kind of indie titles that you can download stuff from the Steam Workshop. Like for example,
Yeah.
Gary's Mod. If you uninstall Gary's Mod and then reinstall it, all the DLC you like subscribe to will also download.
Yeah.
But that's all new, right? That's what you selected.
Yeah. That's so crazy.
Yeah. Speaking of crazy,
Yeah, Call of Duty. Yes.
Apex has quads now.
That's too much.
This is gonna be crazy.
Yeah,
Apparently
this
they're
should
gonna
be
like
on.
do
Have
stuff
what?
to make it they're obviously changing it so that way it's more doable with quads, but I don't know if it's like gonna be like a long lasting thing, like if
I
they're
don't think
changing the
so.
game completely or if it's just a mode
Trios
kind of
is
like solos.
Trios
it's
was
such like a good spot to be
Yeah.
in.
In Apex, yeah.
I think
There's
it's
some
the
games
perfect
where I
game.
wish there was more. Like I think it was no, that had 4. Oh, fucking Naraka when they switch. Not Naraka, fucking what's it called? No, what's it called? Super People. When they switched it to trios
Oh,
I think
yes.
trios and solos only. I thought that was the stupidest fucking thing in the world.
No, yeah.
But
In a game like that, it doesn't make sense. But Apex was perfectly balanced around
yeah,
3
with
players.
3, yeah, I agree.
4 players throwing a
um,
4th ultimate into there on certain
that's
team
gonna be
comps is going to be
crazy.
insane. Because there's certain team comps that you're like, oh, okay, you can only balance it on certain things, like certain abilities working together. But now you can throw a 4th on top. The team comps are about to become toxic.
Oh, that's funny as fuck, dude. Apparently, the Trident, the fucking vehicle in the game, it's still
Yeah.
only 3 people, so the 4th person has to walk.
Yeah.
But they did change Valkyrie's ult where you can have another person hop on. And then evac towers, obviously. Then there's apparently a new fucking skin for Lifeline, a new prestige skin. The ones that cost
Cool.
like the red shit.
Yeah, the
Or
ones
if you
that are
buy
like
all the
100
limited item
Yeah, the ones that are
event
like
stuff.
$160.
Yeah.
That's also a macro transaction, 100%.
Yeah,
Apex knows what
I
they're
agree.
doing.
But it's a bunch of small ones, so it's not really a macro. It's a bunch of micros that
Yeah,
add up
but
to
you know you
a
want
macro.
this skin, you have to spend 160.
Yeah, you have to
Did
spend the
they
money to
start
get the
that
big
stupid
one.
trend where you gotta buy a bunch of packs in order to get like the grand prize?
I think it was it
No, I think
them?
that was. I want to say it's Overwatch, but I could be wrong. I don't think Overwatch did something like that.
Did Overwatch have you buy a bunch of skins and then you got a guaranteed one, like a bunch of packs?
No.
So then it was
If that's the
Apex.
case, then it's probably Apex.
It was Apex, and then League started following the trend too.
League did that. League did that too.
League does that, yeah. There's certain chromas, there's certain things that you can only get if you buy like 30 things of something, and it's like $200.
That's fucking crazy.
But then the thing is that like a year later they go into the rotation, so like you could still get them free from like a random pull. So it's like somebody's paying $200 just to guarantee it a year early, and it's like, okay, you can have it a year early. I'll wait till I pull it for free. Or at least that's what it was going to be. I don't know if it is like that, but still,
Yeah,
it's wildly insane.
I've only got one heirloom. and it was before they had the skins. When they had like Bangalore's, I think was the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you get to choose, right? If you want an heirloom or a skin.
Yeah, you get to choose now. But the skins are pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie.
The skins are insane. Like I will say that they're really cool, but they're
Yeah.
not $160.
No.
I also haven't pulled an heirloom in Apex on Xbox or PC, and I've opened
It's such a bummer.
so many boxes.
Such a bummer, dude. I had to buy the 100 pack. It was $60, so
I
it was like on
opened
sale.
2 different 100 packs.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, what a fucking bummer, dude.
But
I
it was
would
on
cry.
different sales. There was another
okay,
sale where
okay.
they did that. And I was like, this is insanity. I think I have to do it one more time for them to give me my damn thing. Or did I open a 160 pack? Maybe that's what I did.
Oh man, those were. I mean, I think
Either
they're a little bit
way.
more expensive now, but whatever.
Either way, fuck you, Apex. I did
Yeah.
deliver an heirloom. I've put a couple hundred hours in the game.
Am I gonna try it? Am I gonna try the fucking quads? Probably.
I don't know if I'm interested in it enough. I'm not gonna lie.
I have to give it a shot. I had to give it a shot. It's like the one game.
Well, yeah, no, you're the
care
Apex
about.
guy. You have to give it a shot. But for me, it just sounds not fun. I don't know.
Who knows, man?
could
Maybe
be. I
maybe
could
the
be
extra
wrong.
team member is helpful. You know.
But then they're going down by like they're taking off 20% of the teams. We talked about this, right?
Yeah. Well, no, the teams the amount of people are the same. There's just smaller amount of. There's just less teams. Yes.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
The teams, like the amount of teams, is down by like 20%.
I mean, the amount of people is still the same. So I mean, it's not really a big thing.
No, but I'm saying with less teams, people are gonna play differently.
Yes.
Because if you see 20 teams on a map versus seeing 10 teams on a map, that you're gonna. I know it's 15 to start, but like the 10 point is no longer the halfway point. It's like the third point.
Yep.
A third of the teams died instead. Which is like it changes your mentality of like what are we looking for, in a sense.
Yeah, I mean, you can always adjust. Be like, okay, that's not the half point. The half point's like 7, 8.
I know, but I'm just saying that like it changes the playstyle, the tempo.
It does. I agree with
Not
that.
by like a huge amount, but it does change it. I don't know.
I don't know if it's gonna make that much of a difference, but I mean, in fights, it is gonna make a huge difference.
No, in fights is gonna make a huge difference for sure.
Yeah, in fights, it's gonna be huge.
That's
I
where
wonder how
you'll
third
see the
parties
biggest difference.
is gonna be worse, but I don't think
you're
as
gonna
common.
have rat teams.
Third parties gonna be worse, but not as common because
Well, yeah, there's less teams.
there's less teams. Yeah,
I can understand that.
but they, like I said, they're gonna be worse. They're gonna be harder to deal with.
If you have a really good team too that wants to pub stomp, you guys could actually just split up like 2 and 2
Yeah,
and
2 and
just
2,
dominate.
and you guys will win. Yeah, that's probably what's gonna
just
that's how it's
take
gonna go.
over the whole map.
I mean, that's how
You're
you
like-
should play it in now, like, or I guess with this quad style. I feel like people should team up in twos. Like, you have a buddy, and you guys take care of each other. You know, like get each other's backs. At least that's how that's how I'm thinking. Or people are gonna play it, but I don't know. I mean, this is my thoughts.
Yeah,
even in
'cause there's not
trios.
really enough loot in certain areas for 4 people.
Well,
Some of them, yeah, but not every. Some areas that you would normally be able to loot with 3 and just get by, you wouldn't be able to do with 4.
that's why you have to choose like better POIs in this case.
Yeah. You're gonna. I guess that would force people to pick like larger, more populated locations in terms
Yeah.
as drop points.
There might be better fights, more fighting going on, which would be good.
I can see 4s being good. In a way, it still just feels cluttered.
Yeah,
feels
that would
wrong.
create
It feels
in
wrong.
terms of team fights,
I agree, it feels
in terms
wrong.
of team fights, it just sounds wrong.
longer fights and
It will be
more
longer.
opportunity for other people to third party.
Mm-hmm.
The fights will be longer, yeah, because you can get more revives off or more running around.
That's
And
what I'm
Apex
saying.
Is a lot of
The third party is
juking.
gonna be rough. They're gonna be hard. They're gonna be
Yeah.
annoying,
I don't
but they're
know.
not gonna be as common. That's like the only thing.
The trio is such a sweet spot. This sounds chaotic.
I know. That's
It
why
is
I'm
chaotic. Yeah,
interested.
I don't know. If we got a 4-man to run it, I would do it. But it would be like I'd have to know that we have 4 people running it. Because I would not want to play with like a random 4th in that game mode. It would probably make me like want to bite the curb or something. I wouldn't even want to.
Buying the curb in 4K.
Yeah, no, I don't know. But you know what I mean? Like a random in that situation where you were talking about like, all right, we split up into 2 2s and like we'd be relatively close to each other, but like not too close. With a random, there's no way you get them to do that.
No. That's why you have to be like in a full squad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Full squad of 4. But to be honest, nobody plays Apex anymore. Like none of us. I don't even play Apex as
I'm
much.
not opposed to it, but
Apex is such a hard game.
It is a
I think
hard
that's
game. It's a huge
the
skill
thing
swing.
is that you have to be in the mental range of playing Apex. Like you have to be like, I'm gonna sweat my balls off today, and it's like, okay. Like sometimes, yeah, I can do it, but like,
Sometimes you don't have to sweat your balls off. Like low
yeah,
elo,
but
they're
there's times where
fucking
you
stupid.
have to. I don't know.
I play with like low elos, and I played against them, and it's just hilarious. It's just hilarious to see how they play. But no, yeah, it'll be interesting. I'll give it a shot, and then I'll tell you guys what I feel, and then maybe if it's fun, if I enjoy it, I'll probably get a squad going.
Yeah. Listen, I'm like mildly. I'll give it like the benefit of the doubt. I'm not hopeful, but I'll give it the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, me neither.
You know.
I mean, solos was whatever.
I didn't even try that. I heard that it was okay, but like nothing crazy.
Yeah, it was fine. It was whatever. You get a free revive basically.
Yeah.
What's low elo? Apex low elo or is dummy? They're like bots. They're like brain dead bots. It's funny.
I would try solos.
You
That
didn't
doesn't
try
sound too
solos?
bad. I would try it. Yeah.
It was a limited mode. I don't know if it's still around. Because they got rid of duos to do solos.
They added it last season.
Is it
But I
Oh,
don't
still there?
man.
know. I don't know
They
if it
got
was.
rid of duos.
I don't know if they
What?
removed it. Well, yeah, because duos is fucking peak, low key.
Duos was good too. Duos
Yeah, I
worked.
know, but they just wanted to try solos to see how it went for like a season, and it was fine.
Mm.
But I think people prefer duos. But yeah, let's play. Let's play more chain together. Nah,
That
my
game-
headache will come back.
I'm playing that one this weekend potentially. That game stresses me out in like certain ways. I'm not gonna lie, that last jump, watching and knowing that we were gonna fall, it was
Yeah.
so taxing. Because I knew that we weren't supposed to jump yet, and I saw the double jump, and I was like, it's over. It's over.
I lost it. It was Decky
I
and
was
Ronnie.
Yes.
I was like, we're not supposed to jump yet. And
I
then I saw
watched
those
it-
two guys
I
go out. I'm
watched
like,
it in my. I think we had the same thought. We were like, "Oh, it's just over."
yeah.
We were like,
I
"Okay,
was
this
like,
is
it's
the
done.
last fall. Well, if we fall, it's over." We watch it. and We're like, "Oh."
Yeah.
I mentally knew it was done. I was like, "Nah."
Yeah. Like everything stopped for like a millisecond, you know? Everything just stopped and I thought, fuck.
It's like
And
one of
then-
those TikTok clips where like they go into slow motion.
Yeah.
I should edit it to be like that.
Where we just keep going, where we especially that huge
I was gonna put-
conversation we had where we were trying to figure out how to do it.
I was gonna just no audio from that. Just have like one of those songs that they're like playing and then put it in slow motion as they're about to land on the fucking laser and knock us off the map. You know, it was fun. It was definitely fun.
Yeah,
but
I had a
it
good time.
was mildly stressful at certain points.
Yeah, I only hated you guys a little bit afterwards.
I think you could play that solo, right?
No, you need a duo. Cause remember that one
It's
slope
Venom
with
duo.
the
Yeah.
with the wood?
You can practice solo, it says, but you can't like run it solo.
I thought I saw somebody doing it solo.
Probably practicing.
Yeah, it's in the practice mode. Like if you load it up, it says like practice solo or something like that.
But-
like it's literally what it says.
Think about that one area, Decky, where we had to use the chains. You can't do that.
Well, then
solo.
I would jump around it.
You can't jump around it.
I would try.
You would try, you would fail. Like just like everybody else.
Games of comp and Valo to peak Iron 2. You didn't peak Iron 2. I think BB-8's like plat. Don't listen to him.
BB-8, the only times he is low elo is because he's purposely trying to go to low elo. He's lying.
Why would you purposely try to go low elo?
He likes to throw and go to low elo and then go back up.
That's pain in the ass. It's so much work to do
I'm
that.
watching
I seen
Queso
him do
do
it.
it solo.
I was
Do
there.
what solo? Is he on right now?
No, this is YouTube. I want to see how he did that part solo.
Oh yeah, Jess's mailbox got fucking knocked down.
It was me. I did it.
And,
I like a car.
I don't know. Some kids were like mailbox hitting her probably, and just
Oh,
smacked
that's
the
a
fuck out of
kids
it.
still do that shit.
Mm-hmm.
That sucks.
Yeah, that's something that happened back in your day, probably.
Yeah.
That's a
Ding
felony.
dong ditch, hitting the mailbox with the baseball bat, leaving shit at someone's doorstep.
There used to be a thing where some high schoolers would break into people's cars as like their senior prank.
That's fucking stupid. That is ridiculous. What happened to the
Or
old
like, not even
Vaseline
a
on the
senior
rails
prank.
thing?
It was like that they would like challenge each other to do it. It was one of the years. I think I was still in middle school, and I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
What the hell
But they
happened
broke
to
into
the
our
whole
cars.
Vaseline on the railings, man? Those were the days. Senior ditch day too. Did I ditch? I don't even remember if I did or not. I don't think I
To
did.
totally get hurt. Jess, it's illegal to do that. Don't do that. It's illegal to set up a trap for somebody to fall into. So
That'd be
they
funny, though.
say that you set up the
That would be
cement
funny, though.
to hurt them, then you would get in trouble.
Illegal to dude, you live there.
Jess, who the fuck else is gonna put cement in your mailbox?
Yeah.
What? Yes, officer. Somebody else totally put cement.
You
in my
could say that
mailbox.
was part of the other prank that the other kids did.
There's a Mexican barrel right behind her.
Jess, they'll prove it was you. They'll see your little hobbit legs running up to the mailbox with cement. I don't know what to tell you.
That wasn't there before. It was like that when I got here.
And that is illegal. You cannot entrap. You can't set up traps for people to fall into and then get hurt.
You could just what's the word? I don't want to say upgrade. It's like a specific word. You just like there's a mailbox I've seen where it's like completely made out of cement, surrounding it, and then like the front of it is like an open door. It's like a bunch of bricks and cement like together in like a formation, and then they have like the mailbox in the front. It's pretty cool. It's a nice little design. You know, it kills the want to knock it down.
Yeah.
I gotta look up an example.
You could put cement in your neighbor's one and blame it on them.
Yes.
You know it's illegal to mess with mail, right? Like, what the fuck
Yeah.
are you guys talking? Anything mail related is like a federal crime. I just want you guys to know.
Yeah, like one of these, like these brick mailboxes. Hold up. Open.
Jess, I'm gonna report you to the federal government and the IRS.
Someone's
the
fucking with
FBI.
your shit. You got to do something about it.
Ah, that's a bad
Why are you
link.
reporting? Why
Don't
you
open that
snitching?
link.
You could do one of these. This wouldn't be illegal. This would just be like part of like the property looking cool.
You know what? Let me just do this. Open a Google link. You can do like something like that. Those are cool.
That's fine. But I'm saying that you can't like put cement in your mailbox to have them hit and get hurt. People are gonna get just arrested.
We're renting. That's fair. You should just tell you should like tell your landlord like, hey, these goddamn kids keep smashing our goddamn mailbox. Here's some ideas to negate that. Exactly like that in that accent too. Why'd you raise your eyebrows, Decky?
That's crazy.
What is it?
You saying all the people in the South talk like that?
Yeah, well, she's in Florida, so yeah, they talk like that.
BB-8, not every state has castle law. You cannot just start shooting people for hitting your mailbox.
I wish.
Actually, Florida might actually. But I think Jess is in Florida.
You guys should
might
get
be
a
able
pet
to
gator
guess.
and put it in the front.
That would make sense for that to be allowed in Florida, though.
Yeah, that'd be legal probably.
You Cali people definitely can't though.
No.
No,
eat us.
we
They
can't
put
do
you guys
shit.
in like the electric chair if you shot somebody for a mailbox.
Yeah.
No, we
do
removed the
the-
death penalty.
They'll send you somewhere else into a
Yeah,
chair.
I sent you to Texas.
We'll put you in a chair. Don't worry.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Speaking of
They
chairs,
shit you.
Bran,
Bran?
king of the.
Oh,
Oh, Bran the Broken. That's
Game of
right.
Thrones. Oh my god.
I finally finished
You
Game of
said
Thrones.
you liked it.
I didn't like the fact that he was the king, but I didn't. I liked this. I liked the last season. I thought it was fine.
I hated that last season. The fights.
The
Okay.
fights were great.
No.
What?
The war that they did with the White Walkers was terrible.
Why?
It did not make sense any of their strategies. They had a giant castle. And they said, "What if we put every human on the other side of the wall of the castle? And what if we have all of our riders ride face first into the enemy and all die immediately with no chance?" They sacrificed like every single person they had for no reason. It didn't make sense in any strategical way. It was the stupid. And the thing is that Game of Thrones before that was all about like, oh, these people are like brilliant strategists, and they came up with the most dipshit plan possible. It was if like they were like, hey, third grader, do you want to come up with our plan? He's like, what if we had all our rice or horse people ride right in? Like, what the fuck?
And they were gone in like 10 seconds.
Yeah, they gave up the Dothraki, which were the coolest fighting force in the entire show, in my opinion. I thought that they were really cool. Maybe not the coolest. They were one of the coolest.
They're
one of the
very
most
good
badass.
writers.
Yes. They immediately sacrificed them for no reason.
Okay.
It didn't make sense.
That was
Like, the
funny. I
entire
found that part funny.
That whole battle
kinda
didn't
laughed.
make sense.
I think I laughed at that part when I first saw that.
Yeah,
That was
it was so dumb. I was like, what are they doing? Like, was it a cool shot to have all their lights go out? Yeah.
What else do you do?
But
there,
did it
though?
make sense? No.
I don't know what else you do there though, because it's like so dark you can't even fucking.
You
see.
have your cavalry. You set up ways
Everybody
for
gets
lighting.
behind the wall.
Yeah, you get behind the wall, and cavalry isn't meant to like go face first. Cavalry's meant to flank. So instead of the cavalry going in like this, they had to like have them come in later on and like hit them from the sides and like
Yeah, they could.
discombobulate
Yeah,
them.
that's viable. Yeah. Don't start off with giving them the
Yeah,
advantage.
you do not
Go
start off
straight
by
into.
like losing all of your
No, that
horses
was-
and horseback riders.
in a in a war sense, yeah, that wasn't the smartest idea.
They also could
You
have
keep
set
a-
up
Yeah, just keep the traps, the fire traps, and all that stuff. They had
The traps
they had
didn't
down there.
work.
the
for shit.
traps. Yeah, okay, but like in theory, it's just to slow down. Traps aren't meant to like end the entire battle. It's meant to slow them down a little bit. They had so many fighters on the opposite side of the wall for no reason. They went from like a siege battle to like, hey, what if we fight you on the open field, baby? And it's like, why? It just didn't make sense. Like a lot of their strategies didn't make sense for how smart the characters should have been, in my opinion. Like think of like how smart they made like every like strategist out to be. And like everybody that like John had just fought the Battle of the Bastards. Like he should know better. Like all these people had just fought multiple wars.
He didn't win the Battle of the Bastards though.
Yes, he did.
He
He's
didn't.
alive.
He was gonna lose.
Yeah, but I'm saying that he should have learned from mistakes. Like he should know better. Like John has fought like a lot of battles. He should know better. And they have a lot of smart people on their side. They had Tyrion that won the battle for. Tyrion literally won a siege battle. Actually, wait a second. When they were gonna siege the siege of King's Landing, when they were gonna come by the boats, when Stannis was going to, it was Tyrion that was like Giga Chad Megamind that was
So
like,
where
hey,
did they put Tyrion?
I don't even remember.
In the crypt. He wasn't outside.
Yeah, but hear me out. Even if they put him in the crypt, he could have came up with a better strategy to begin with.
That was his
You
job.
don't- Yeah, his job
That's
is for a
the
strategy.
hand.
It's not to be like frontline. Was Tyrion frontline for the other one? Yes, but that was because Joffrey left and they needed like a face to be like, hey, I'll lead you in there. But Tyrion knows better.
If I remember right, he didn't even have
Yeah.
any input.
Yeah, but they should have input from the one guy that literally won a siege battle.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make sense that they didn't. Like, to me, like that entire battle, like did it look cool? Sure. Did it make sense? Absolutely fucking not. Also, I didn't like how dark that entire thing was. In the sense that, not
It's a
that it
long
was
night.
dark because it was night. No, I meant like in terms of lighting for the shots. You could have better lighting for shots, so it's easier to tell what's going on.
I was watching it and it looked fine.
I don't know. I think for me, it looked rough in terms of the lighting, and I know that a lot of other people have also said that, but it's like for me, I view it as like the lighting for the shots could have been better. I don't know. Like to me, it was just, I don't know. I don't know what we're talking about, but I say it was the best ending. BB-8, it was not the best ending. It wasn't the worst possible ending, but it was not the best ending. I think I don't know. It felt very rushed.
The
Also,
last
they
episode
had
felt
like,
stupid rushed.
let's say. I also didn't like that the White Walkers went out in one episode.
Yeah, I was gonna say that it's so stupid. All that build up,
They
and
deserve their
you
own season.
conclude them in one episode.
Yeah.
That's it. They're resolved. White Walker's done. Now we move on to the next big guy.
Yeah. They make it out to be this big army that everybody in Westeros has to fight together, and it's just some dudes in the north to take care of it, and it's like, okay. Like that didn't. The White Walkers felt like a wet fart. Like they went out with a wet fart, 100%. Just
I would have been
to
okay
me,
if they made a season 9, ended at the White Walkers, like
I think
drag
they
it
either
out for 3 episodes or whatever.
I
End
think
it
they
there.
either should have done season 8 was White Walkers, and then season 9 was all the stuff with
Yeah.
Daenerys and King's Landing, or vice versa, whichever one they wanted to do first. If they wanted to do that, they fight the wars and then do the White Walkers, or White Walkers and then fight the final war to see who's on top. Either one's fine with me.
That would have been so
But I
much
think
better.
each of those things needed at least one more season. Because White Walkers was literally, oh my god, I can't. How are we gonna fight these guys? Cersei betrayed us. We don't have enough men to? Oh, we did it. Like what? I don't know. Like to me, that was my opinion on it. Just in terms of like every other time they fought White Walkers, it was like these guys are terrifying. How are we gonna win?
Because they did fight them. They got trapped and they escaped.
Barely.
And that was like their That should have
That
been
was
like their
actually-
first notion of like, okay, these guys are pretty scary. They're pretty tough. You know, let's devise like a better battle plan.
Yeah, and they
to
killed the
fight them.
dragon that time too.
Yeah.
I don't think they accounted for
See-
the dragon though, right?
What do you mean?
During the battle of the Long Night, they didn't account for the dragon. I don't think they knew about the dragon, right?
They wouldn't have known about it. No. Maybe not accounting for it. There's others. I don't know. There's
No, they didn't. They had no
You're
idea.
talking about the
that
Night King?
Yeah, they had no idea the Night King took the dragon.
I thought he had like Brand's abilities where he could just like see everything too.
The Night King? He can't see
Night
everything.
King.
But I
thought he
think if they used Bran, they would be able to tell that he had a dragon.
Yeah, he had some connection to Brand, didn't he?
Yes. But it was because he had a connection to Bran because Bran was too close at one point. He touched his arm, and
Yeah,
able
and
to
he
figure out
marked
where
him.
he was.
But
So he
they
probably
Brand's
got to
shit.
see or like know everything Brad knows, maybe.
But then I think it would go vice versa. So that in theory, they could know about that dragon. I don't know. To me, it just felt very rushed. The
last
whole
season
King's
was
Landing
rushed.
stuff. I also didn't like. I know you were fine with it. You said that you felt it was fine. Like the speed at which Daenerys went insane. I
Yeah.
think it needed like another season. I don't think that she was that crazy yet.
she was.
She was. Well, I think that they sped it up in season 8 to make her going
They
that crazy.
sped
but
it
I think
up a little bit, yeah, but they made sense
little
because in
bit.
season 6 or season, I forgot which season, the season where she fucking flayed all those people on the cross. There we go. All the masters. She put 100 and something like masters on crosses, and then I want to say like season 7, you can see glimpses of her like losing her cool, or no, season 6 at the very end, and then season 7 you can see it when hold on, let me go to the.
I think the Masters thing that wasn't her going insane. That was she had people that
That
had
was insane.
enslaved. I was gonna say that she had people that were enslaving children killed. I don't think that was insane, because I think that's something that made sense for her character at the time, because she was the person that unchained everybody.
Well, from the beginning, she was always fueled by her emotions. Like she would
Yeah, from the
kind
very
of
beginning.
empathize with people that were suffering and kind of
Yeah.
wanted to end that. So
I
it
don't
made
think-
sense that she would kind of put the hit back on the slave masters and everybody else that did wrongdoings to the innocent.
Yeah. And I think I think that's different than her going like actual insane and like not listening to anybody. I think that they sped that part up. I know that was a plot point, that she didn't want to be like her father and that she ended up being like him, but I feel like the speed at which she went crazy felt like it was too sped up to me. I can understand that they had to do it before the end of the show, but I don't know.
Well, season 7 is when John and Daenerys meet, right?
Yes.
So by the end of season 7, or I think the beginning of season 8, she's at the literally peak of her power. She has 2 armies, the North on her side, and a man who she's in love with. Of course, she's gonna feel like on top of the world, right? So
What does that have to
then
do with her going crazy?
that her power trip, that's her going crazy. She has all this power. She believes that she has all this power since the beginning. She has this right to the throne, and now it's even like more fueled by basically being the most powerful person in Westeros, right? And then right
But
after that, she loses half her army, half her best friend, and then I think that's when she starts snapping, right?
I think she lost half her army against the
The
White Walkers,
the
right?
the White Walkers, yeah.
That's her fault, by the way. Yeah, no. Her losing half her army is because she's actually dumb as shit. But I think losing the best friend, I can understand that being a step in it. But I don't know. I feel like it felt like character growth assassination for her. I felt like part of it, she wanted to be different than her family, and it felt like she just threw it all away just for like that one situation.
No, because in her eyes, she wasn't different from her family. Or no, she was different from her family because she was like fighting for, in her mind, she's calling it liberation, right? When she
No,
was
but I mean
freeing
like in terms of
people
like the mass murder and everything that she did.
at the end.
I feel it. Yes, but I felt like that to me felt like character assassination on her growth.
I mean, they did kind of explain it in the show how she was saying like Cersei was trying to use like her she's trying to think like her weakness is mercy when in fact it's not, and so she
I
like
know how
decided
they
to
try
kill
to
all those
explain it,
people in
but
King's
I'm saying
Landing.
how it felt to me. Like that felt like character assassination.
Okay, well I'm telling you how it felt to me. They just
I know.
straight up said it. Like
I know what they said. That doesn't mean that it's good writing.
I thought it was I thought it was fine.
I know.
Cersei did a really good job of getting under her skin too.
Oh yeah,
I think.
I
really
think
good job.
Cersei's always been good at that
Yeah.
for people.
So it worked. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Again.
understand the points. Like it's not like some
He-
sort of like crazy like I can't believe how this happened. Like no, I get it. But to me it felt like lazy writing. When every other time they do writing and stuff, it was very much more like long-term plotting of certain things and it felt like oh, you're seeing things happen over time versus like this was rapid fucking shit. For I don't know. To me the show always had like plot points done ahead of time, like you slowly build up to things, and this felt very rapid, which made it feel like less organic and kind of shit.
Yeah, you can kind of tell it wasn't like planned ahead of time, and it was just kind of
Yeah.
like as they went, they're like, okay, let's just go with this.
Yeah.
I feel like if I would have felt that she was like this was like something from not that it had to be season 1, but if I would have felt it from like season like what was the one Caldrigo dies in 1. If I would have felt it by like season 3, I would have been fine with it. But I don't think I felt it back then. I feel like it was a plot point thrown in later on to have like a reason to kill off Daenerys. That's just to me. I just feel like it was very rushed and it didn't feel like organic.
They could have at least taken the fucking 10 episodes that they were given
Yeah,
or offered. I mean,
yeah. I think even if they would have done the length of episodes that they did for season 8 and done 10 episodes, they could have done the plot points better. And I would have been more fine with it with like you've watched House of Dragons. I think what Game of Thrones needed if they wanted to do it in 6 episodes was time skips. Like let years pass, let like a couple months pass, let like certain time periods pass to be like, oh wait, no, she's actually losing her fucking mind over the course of like a couple episodes. I would have been
that
more fine
still
with
would
that.
have felt rushed.
I think it would have felt rushed, but it would have made more sense to me, like it waiting over time.
Yeah, sure. Because like after they beat the White Walkers, it's like a 6-month journey to King's Landing, right?
Yeah,
For all those armies. So
something like that.
like
Yeah,
we don't get to see what happened all in between. all
You don't get to
those.
see that a lot in the seventh and the eighth season. You don't get to see a lot
Yeah,
of the traveling.
it's that's where it feels very rushed.
Yeah, that's like, and that was also like
Because
whenever they travel and stuff, is a lot of the times you got really good character development for people. That was that whole, what was it?
yeah, season
Braun
one,
and yeah, season one.
season one
Perfect point.
when Baratheon was going to Winterfell.
Yeah,
And then he picked up Ned Stark and they went back to King's Landing and they showed everything that happened, like their journey
yeah,
back to King's Landing.
yeah. That was that whole like, hey, I can't believe you have a bastard son. When are you gonna tell me about that? And then there's also, I think, was it Tyrion and Bronn, Jamie and Bronn, Jamie and fuck, what's her name, Brienne and Podrick, Arya and the Hound. I think like that's when you get the best character development in Game of Thrones, and I feel like we didn't really get that. Oh, for characters in the later seasons, and I get that they had major plot points they had to finish out before the end of the show, but it just felt rushed. A lot of the stuff didn't feel as organic as like other times, where like things made sense.
Well, Marty, when you finished season 7 and you saw that there was 6 episodes to go, did you think that everything would have been wrapped up fine?
No,
You
I knew
think
it
you
wasn't gonna be
trusted
wrapped up
them?
fine. No.
Yeah, I think that was everybody's intuition when they announced season 8 and they showed that it was going to be 6 episodes. Everybody was like, this is impossible.
Unless each episode was like an hour and a half long, no. But they were only like they were an hour and 20 minutes. Sorry, not an hour and a half long, like an hour and like 45 minutes, 2 hours, then yeah. But
2 hour episodes would have been fine, but then for that they could have just done the 10.
Yeah.
At that point.
But they had I think the longest episode was like 1 hour and 20 minutes, something like that. And yeah, that felt like, I mean, it was long. I think it was the last episode. I kept checking like, is it over yet? And I'm like, dude, it's not over yet. And because it was starting to get boring at the end. Like I wanted to see what everybody was up to, but like, man, it was just kind of unnecessary. As soon as they said Bran the Broken was a king, I was like, all right, dude, okay.
You've seen the end of the Lord of the Rings, right?
No,
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen.
That's
Lord of the Rings.
basically what they do at the end.
Yeah, and Lord of the Rings is very much like
6.
that.
It's like 6 endings that you get, or 6 different
You
like.
see where everybody ends up.
Yeah,
I see.
that's basically what they did there.
Yeah.
In Game of
Lord of the
Thrones, they
Rings
give you a
was
happy
kinda cool.
ending.
Yeah, they give you a happy
I
ending,
don't-
which I was hoping for a tragedy, but you
Yeah,
know,
Game of Thrones should,
Okay.
I feel like Game of Thrones didn't warrant a happy ending.
it should have
no.
been a tragedy. I mean, I'm glad it's a happy ending, but I mean, I think it's
I don't like
think
it.
it's better. If
I
it was a
don't like
tragedy.
happy endings in places that don't warrant, like don't deserve. They don't call for a happy ending. Like certain stories need to be sad when they end.
Well, that's just not the tone of Game of Thrones in general. It's always been so dark and very
Yeah.
gruesome and gory the whole time, so it didn't make sense
Yeah.
to have that kind of ending.
Yeah, no, Game of Thrones was like fucking dark as shit from the first season where they decapitate Ned and you're like, holy shit, this is the world we're in.
Yeah.
That was still like everybody was like, oh, that's my favorite boy, that's the main character. Fucking dead, baby. Decapitated.
Yeah.
I think that was probably one of the best. Like to hook in, I don't know.
They could have at
I
least
don't-
had like Grey Worm fight Jon Snow to the
Yeah.
death. Something like that.
I would be fine with that. I think, I don't know. To me,
Yeah,
made
they
no
kind
sense
of
for them
gave
to
up
keep
too
him
fast.
prisoner.
They gave up way too fast.
yeah.
The
me, it was
Unsullied was
like-
also something that like bugged me. I was like, wait, they're just gonna let Tyrion go and Jon Snow go to the to the Night Watch. Well, I mean, it kind of makes sense. He went full circle, but just let it happen, and then they don't even stay. They're like, we're just gonna leave. We're gonna go to Noth because that's where Miss Andre's from.
I'll just say. To me, I don't think it's the worst ending in all of television. I don't think Game of Thrones season 8 is the worst of all
Oh,
time.
I've seen worse things.
But
Oof.
it felt worse because of how good everything up to like season 5 was. Even season 6. Some people don't like season 6 as much. I like season 6. Everything up until like season 5 to 6 was like so cool, so good, crazy character development, everything. And then season 7 and 8 was like, man, why'd you shoot me in the nuts? Yeah,
7,
it's
they
not the
did,
worst.
they did try to like make that build up, but then 8 they just dropped the ball.
Yeah.
That's
Which
why I
they
like
could have
7. That's
saved
why I
it.
like 7, because like The build up was cool. I like the build
I don't
up.
know, Seven's writing was kind of mid to me, but it was build up for 8. I think
Yeah, it could have been saved. It could have really been saved.
Yeah.
I think they
after
need at
7.
least 9 seasons.
Yeah.
If they would have, even if they would have done like 6 episodes for the White Walkers, 6 episodes for the King's Landing stuff, hour and a half ones, like if they would have done 2 like that, I think they would have been fine.
They cram so much in one episode. Like the whole point of episodes is for like to have a breather in between each week. But if you
Yeah.
have like everything happening in 6 episodes,
Yeah.
it's just too much to process. Too fast.
How did you guys feel about Arya becoming the one to kill the thing?
It was prophesized, so I was like, oh okay, makes sense.
I thought it was interesting. She wasn't my pick, but
Not
it
mine
was
either.
interesting.
But I mean, if it was anybody, it would
Did
make
you guys-
sense. It's her.
Did you guys want John or what's her face to be the one to kill him?
What's her face? Arya?
Daenerys.
Oh,
Because the
Daenerys.
two people. Oh, wait,
Daenerys
you
was not
weren't-
gonna kill the White Walker. There's no fucking way. You saw her
No,
hold
you
the handle
don't
of sword?
understand. Oh my god! Wait, I forgot. So, back in the day, there used to be a ton of videos going over that prophecy of the prince that was promised, and it was like it wasn't a prince. It was like basically like a high up person that was promised. It could have been prince or princess, and that's why people were speculating: is it Jon or is it Daenerys? Because it was between those two
Yeah, I remember that.
as like the last Targaryen things. But there was like so many YouTube videos going into it at the time, and like people speculating on like Twitter and other stuff like that. So that's why I said Jon or Daenerys, because they were the two Targaryens.
The one who was promised.
Yeah, and ended up being Arya, which was like, it was whatever. I was fine with her because she was like the many faced gods champion at the end, basically.
Yeah, basically.
I wanted Arya to kill Cersei.
I did too. I wanted to see
The
that.
fact that she didn't is insane to me.
But the Hound and versus the Mountain, good. That was good. That was a good ending.
That was fine. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
For their ending, that was good. I think that was fine. But I feel like Cersei was on Arya's list from the beginning, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And for her not to take that name off of her list is sad
Yeah.
to me. She had so many people on that list, and she was hunting them down.
Mm-hmm.
She went on a murder spree, baby. And for her not to get Cersei's is kind of sad.
Yeah.
Like to me, like that also felt like another point that they just sort of forgot. Like she had a list. Like what the fuck?
I was also fine with Jamie and Cersei going together though.
I low-key wanted Jamie and Brienne. I wanted him to leave Cersei behind.
That was an
Go
eye
with her.
roll moment for me,
Yeah,
in my
that
opinion.
could've been-
When
that
he
could've
left
worked
her,
too.
I was like, God damn
Yeah,
it.
I rolled my eyes. I was like, "Are you fucking serious? Like, you serious right now?"
I thought we were done with that shit.
Yeah, I thought you left because she was going fucking crazy, and now that oh, and also Tyrion crying when both of his families did, which is understandable. But at the same time, like I'm like, dude, you started this war basically. You helped choose this.
I don't know. I mean, you kill your family.
Although
It's sad.
Tyrion did want to like have them surrender because that's
But
what
Tyrion
was supposed to
also-
happen.
Tyrion loves Jamie.
I really like their
They were good
relationship,
brothers,
Jamie and
yeah.
Tyrion. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think they had one of the best relationships in the show,
yeah.
or at least out of the Lannisters. I don't know. Like I said,
Oh,
I don't
dude.
think I think it's dog shit. But when I say that, I'm comparing it to the other seasons. I don't think it's the actual worst ending. We've had some terrible endings to shows in the past, like really terrible shows.
Have you
It's
guys
just
ever
more
seen,
of the quality dip.
Have you guys ever seen Penny Dreadful on Netflix?
No.
That
No.
show had the worst possible ending I've ever seen in my entire life. They had all this sick ass writing, sick ass development, and then at the end, they just kind of they it's almost like they broke it apart and then glued each piece together, and then it turned into a different shape. Like you didn't get the same thing at the end. It's just so bad. Like everything just turned so bad. You should give it a watch because the show's pretty cool. It's about like old ass stories like 16 like Frankenstein, shit like that, the big bad wolf, but it's all like personified basically
I don't
in
know.
like
Okay.
1700s UK or whatever. It's pretty cool. But no, yeah, there's definitely terrible endings to certain
There are
shows.
worse.
Yeah.
It just felt like a quality dip. No, no.
I'll agree there.
Like I said, I don't
Bran
mind when
being
shows also.
king.
Yeah, that
Also,
fucking
that
stupid
was
as shit.
Turn me
That was
on.
stupid. And he
I like
folded
I
so
like how they
fast. He was
hinted.
like, "I can't be king," and he was like, and they were like, "You have to," and he's like,
Okay.
"Okay." Like, what the fuck?
I thought it was kind of funny how like Sam hinted at democracy. He was like, "What if everyone chooses?" And then everybody fucking laughed. I thought that was funny as fuck.
I
Everybody
think they
gets to
I
vote.
think
low-key
that would
did.
have.
They did choose democracy because what the fuck is Bran gonna do to
Not
lead?
quite, because he meant like everyone, like everybody, like including the people, because that's what he said. The people should vote, and then they laughed at him. It's kind of like
But I'm saying
a
like the king pick for Bran wasn't a pick at all. Like it's just gonna be like his team leading, like the hand, everybody down there.
Yeah. Yeah. Now you said you're gonna take a break before you watch House of the Dragons, right?
yeah. I think I'm gonna go to the boys.
House of the Dragons is low key a banger. But The Boys is good too. The Boys is different than Game of Thrones, 100%.
Of course, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised there.
Season 4 has been going off, and then we only have one more season. At least for the main show. They might do more spin-offs. Like they have The Boys Mexico and then the Gen V. Have we seen anything from The Boys Mexico?
What's coming first?
Let me see. The Boys season 4 is now. What the fuck is The Boys Mexico? It got announced a while ago and we still don't have it. When is Gen V? Gen V's getting a season 2, right? Did they announce that?
They kind of led up to continuing the series, but I don't know what they're gonna do since that one guy died.
Oh yeah, I forgot that one of the actors passed away.
So they probably put a halt in their shooting.
Okay, they did start production on it, but that was in May of this year. But I guess they probably slowed down when he passed away. When he passed? No, he passed away last year, didn't he?
Yeah, I think late last year.
Okay, so they started production this year. I wonder what they're gonna do, cause, and they said they will not recast his character.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, he died in March. I thought it was last year. Damn.
Yeah, it felt like last year.
Okay, they're gonna yeah, I guess they were recrafting their season 2 storylines. Is what they said.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I think they had to.
The same way that it always sucks when somebody passes away, especially when they're connected with something that's going on. It's like, what do they do? Because like, do you recast them? Do you not? Because then people are gonna be mad either way. I feel like
Mad?
not mad. People will be not mad. People will feel about it. Like if you recast them, people are like, "What the fuck did you do?" Can't recast them.
I like going down the route of not recasting.
Yeah, I think some people. Correct. Let me reword that.
Yeah.
I think recasting is normally not the move.
In honor of their legacy, I guess,
Yeah.
would be also a good idea.
Yeah, you'd have to be like, it's very like a touchy subject because like especially when a character is that character, like if a person is that character, like it'd be like let's God forbid this happen, like let's say like the guy that plays Homelander were to pass away, like how the fuck do you replace that guy? You know?
Yeah.
Well, that's what happened in Harry Potter. Dumbledore died in like after the second movie, and they got a new one.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that. I don't pay attention to shit about Harry Potter. I don't know. Yeah, the boys is good, but like it's not Invincible. Invincible's better, but like the boys is fun.
You can't compare them, man.
What do you mean you can't?
I mean, you can, but
compare-
like you
you
shouldn't.
can compare all
man,
sorts of media.
Because then you're just gonna be disappointed.
No, but I'm saying I disagree. I think comparing stuff is fine because then you can see how things can improve. If you don't compare, you can't improve.
Okay.
Because like the boys comic versus the boys show is very different, but you can compare them and be like, oh, this is improvements, like vastly improved. Because I think everybody that has read the boys comic has agreed that like the boys show is better in terms of writing stuff. So it's like you can compare stuff to be like, okay, this was an improvement. So that way, as movies and stuff get made, we can be like, okay, this is better shooting for like, let's say you compare like John Wick to other action movies, like okay, the shots for this is like better. So like this is actually a better way to do stuff for an action movie. So then you have movies like was it Monkey Man that came out recently was like compared to John Wick. So it was like, oh, people were like, oh, that's kind of cool. I think the fights for that was supposed to be good. I haven't watched it, but like
Well, the
I think
compare
by
only works if the studios pay attention
yeah,
to it.
no, but I'm saying like comparing something and being like, I don't think comparing stuff is bad. Not to comparing it to be disappointed, but comparing it to say writing in this way is better, but the action in like certain other ways is better. Like so you can get like the perfect balance out of stuff if they pay attention to stuff. I was comparing them more because they're both Amazon shows, so it's like they can work, you know, in the future to make like a better thing. Especially if they're gonna do spin-offs on the boys things.
Yeah, because Boys is a comic, right?
Yes.
And the spin-offs wouldn't be based off of anything.
They're sort of based on stuff. Loosely. Or at least the Gen V is loosely based off of something, but they're not going with that exact plot line.
What about the Mexico thing? Is that
I have no idea.
so? It'd be like its own writing then.
Potentially, yeah. But I think the boys writing in general has been its own because like let's say like Translucent in season 1, no spoilers, but like he's not in the original comics. He was like a different guy in the comics. He was like this, I forget what he was called. The Deep in the comics isn't that character. He's like this giant dude. Like there's like a lot of characters that are different, or like even like the entire main cast of the show, they're all hopped up on Gen V. Like Huey and like Butcher and them, they all have superpowers.
Fine with changes as long as they work, like
Yeah, no,
from the original material.
yeah, I'm fine with changes. Like you said though, as long as like the writing's good and it makes sense. Yeah, I'd recommend it. The Boys is good, but it's definitely a lot of gore, especially in the later seasons.
Yeah,
I think
that's what I heard.
season 2 or 3 was like fucking insane. Season 1 has some good, like it has gore, but like I think season 2 or 3 is like where like it's like what the fuck is going on here? Have you been watching? Wait, Deck, are you caught up with it?
No, I'm on season 2.
You're on season 2.
Yeah. I probably have to start the series over again to
Damn.
remember.
I forgot. You said that you would have watched it more if you could do your watch party still. You should have done like a mass watch party of seasons 2 and 3 before it went away.
Went away. Oh, maybe because I was planning on watching Invincible. I was watching that at the time.
But you had, I think, Invincible. Like the second to last or last episode was when like they were like, okay, we're getting rid of this watch party stuff.
It was the last.
But you were saving up episodes, right? Didn't you save like an episode or two?
I think the week before the season finale, I finished 2 episodes, and then I saved the last episode for the watch party.
Yeah, and then watch parties ended like a day or 2 before you were gonna do that.
Yeah, I did watch every other episode on the watch party though.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. I didn't.
Besides the last.
Yeah. It was definitely. That was good. It was a good season. It did not need fucking however many months of a break that was. That was insane. Speaking of somebody that's into months, Dr. Disrespect, pedophile.
I thought you would have said breaks. That would have been funnier because he was on a break right now.
Yeah, but he's into people that are only a couple months old.
That's true.
Dr.
No, we never got at a specific age. It could be more than a couple.
True. They could be a couple years old. But yeah, no,
Yeah, they could
Dr.
be a couple
Disrespect So was it last week or this weekend? Several Twitch employees, I think it was 2 total, came out and was like, Dr. Disrespect had gotten banned back in 2020 for using whispers to talk to minors to meet up at TwitchCon. And today we actually finally got his full statement where he pretty much said that he was banned for interacting with a minor, but what was it? I want to quote him word for word, so I don't say anything that. I'm gonna take this from the middle paragraph where he actually talks about what he did, because a lot of this is bloated bullshit where he's pretty much trying to like PR himself to be like, I fucked up, but like it's not that bad. What did he say? Were there Twitch whispers messages with an individual minor back in 2017? The answer is yes. Were there real intentions behind these messages? The answer is absolutely not. These were casual, mutual conversations that sometimes leaned too much in the direction of being inappropriate, but nothing more. Nothing illegal happened. No pictures were shared. No crimes were committed. I never even met the individual. I went through a lengthy arbitration regarding a civil dispute with Twitch, and the case was resolved by a settlement. Let me be clear, it was not a criminal case against me, and no criminal charges have been brought against me. Now, from a moral standpoint, I'll absolutely take responsibility. I should have never entertained these conversations to begin with. That's on me. That's on me as an adult, a husband, a father, blah, blah, blah. It should have never happened. I get it. I'm not perfect. All my shit. This was stupid. I think
This was 7 years ago, I think. So he was 35 at the time.
2017. Yes, he was 35 at the time.
He was messaging somebody in
Still married
2017.
and still had, I think, his kid. Maybe his kid was born then. I don't know.
Yeah,
Damn.
but still, 2017. That was
That's so
7
long
years
ago.
ago. Damn. Yeah. I think it's insane to say, yeah, I was texting him, but I never had any intentions to do the things that I said I would do. Like, what? To me, that was crazy. Like, that's just like a crazy, like, switch up.
He admitted that it went like in a direction that was inappropriate too.
Yeah.
What do you say? Lean too much in the direction of being appropriate, but nothing more. He
That doesn't really
definitely
help the
had
case.
he had intentions. He definitely had intentions. I think they were supposedly talking about meeting up at like TwitchCon or something. I guess they didn't, but
Yeah, I heard that too.
I guess my assumption is probably either that the younger person probably just didn't make it to TwitchCon. I'm assuming Doc probably made it, but
2017, 2018.
20, yeah, if it was in 2017, it was probably for the 2017 TwitchCon. Where was that?
That was, yeah, I want to say San Diego. Oh, no. Long Beach. I want to say Long
2017 was
Beach.
Long Beach. Yeah. My assumption would always be that the kid probably just didn't make it because their parents didn't let him go. If they're a minor.
I wish there was more information on this
Yeah.
from Twitch's side too, like officially.
Yeah. I'm curious if somebody's gonna leak the DMs. Like if somebody has some sort of screenshot.
It's got to be in the court cases if they went to court
Yeah.
on it.
But it would have to be like Twitch would have to say it. There's no way Doc releases
Yeah.
whatever they were. If he says that they leaned to
No.
inappropriate, if he were to leak those, it's gonna end up being like that whole fucking leak.
Unless he wants to clear himself somehow.
Yeah.
Like,
Like,
that's the
I
only
think
way
this
he can
is
get
him
out of
clearing
this.
himself. I think he gets out of this by taking his break and pretending nothing happened in like a couple months.
That's what he's trying to do. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna take a break, but I'll be back.
Yeah. I feel like the only way to beat being like canceled or controversy is to apologize once and then never talk about it again.
That's
'Cause
exactly what he
eventually
did
people
with
are
the
gonna give up.
cheating.
Yeah. And people forgot about it. People don't care.
Yep.
At the
He
time, people were
rebranded.
outraged, and then yeah,
Yeah,
I feel like
that was
everybody
already like a huge thing on his name when the cheating happened.
Yep.
Everybody looked at him differently, and then he rebranded and he gained some of his audience back, but not
I mean,
everybody.
he
I
kept
think
his
because
friends.
he was
Think about it.
he kept his friends, but he was on top. He was on top of like the streaming world.
Yeah.
He was like the Kai Cenat back then.
I feel like it's crazy the people that are coming to his defense, though. Some people are coming to his defense heavy, and I'm like, what are you? Yeah. I feel like was it Nick Merckx was like riding his meat.
Until today.
Well, those are his friends.
Wait, did Nick Merckx switch up on him?
Tim the Tan Man and Nick Merckx responded. They said they're not going to associate with him anymore.
Let me see what Nick Merckx said.
Nick Merckx, he puts out videos. I don't think he puts out like statements or anything on Twitter. But the way that Doc was like, he was kind of using like certain language to like kind of tone it down. He was saying that he didn't really outright admit or say that I didn't do this initially. He just said no wrongdoing was committed.
Yeah.
Which kind of left people with like a bad taste in their mouth. They're like, okay, why is he like saying it like that? Why not outright just say, I wasn't sexually texting a minor?
I'm kind of surprised that Nick Merckx was able to fully read that entire statement.
Me too.
Every time I see anything from him, I'm just like, yeah, I don't like this guy. But I really am surprised that he's able to read. Let me see. Did Tim Tedman was his a video or
Video.
God damn it! I just watched.
So was Ninja, I think.
Why are they all doing shirtless videos?
They're all shirtless outside, which is hilarious.
Yeah, Tim's also. I watched Nick's just to see.
They're all trying to get their tan on while their homies going to jail, probably.
You said Ninja also responded?
Yeah. Very vaguely though.
I swear to God, if his is also a shirtless video.
I think he's wearing a tank top or something.
Never mind. It doesn't count.
Does he have like a personal account or something? I can't find it. Oh, is
I
it
don't
not on
think
Twitter?
I don't think he tweeted it. I think he just said it on stream. And
Oh,
it's like a
okay.
clip out there
Oh.
No,
somewhere.
forget it. I'm not looking for it. I don't care that much.
But they're all saying the same thing basically.
How does
They're
one
saying I don't.
accidentally engage with a minor? No, Humble. He didn't say he accidentally did it. He said that he shouldn't have done it.
Yeah, he did it. He shouldn't
You
have
see,
done it.
that's something that's not clear either. No one ever said that he knew what their age was at the time.
I think he was always alleged that it was a minor, right? And they never said age. Nobody ever said age, but he just agreed, like, yeah, it's a minor.
But like, if
No,
you're being
somebody said
accused of
they didn't
something
say
like that,
it was a minor.
He fucked up. I don't know if you saw his edits. He wrote minor, took away the word minor, and then added it back in because, all right, it's too late.
but like in his shoes, if you were accused of something like that, wouldn't you like explicitly say to clear yourself, I didn't know their age?
100%. So, which makes me think that he would know that he knew.
Yeah.
Because every time I feel like that somebody doesn't know, they're like, listen, they told me that they were this age. And does it make it better? Or like, does it justify it? No, but it makes it better in the sense that like, maybe they didn't actually know.
Yeah. So he didn't say that. So it makes everybody believe that he knew.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because there's plenty of times where like a streamer gets, or like anybody gets caught up. Like, let's say like this sports star or like whatever, like they'll be like, oh yeah, this person they got with, and it's like they thought that they were whatever age, especially like, let's say it was at like a bar or club, and it's like, oh, they told me they were here, and I assumed because they got here that like whatever, and then it's like, oh no, they're actually younger.
Maybe he can't say that. Maybe he can't say like, oh, I didn't know, because
I feel like at this point he threw it all out there. He could say it to me. Like if he's gonna
I
say
don't
that
know.
they're
Maybe it's
minor,
based on the court case, you know. Like it's based on like the agreements of the court. It's all based on the settlement. I
guess.
don't think he could have said it.
I think he could have at this point because he basically said, because they said it, now I can talk.
That
was
might
like
have been
the first
a part
sentence.
of the agreement, yeah. That might have been part of like the court agreement.
Yeah.
But I think even if he is allowed to talk about it, I think he's just going to be very touchy on it. I don't think he's going to be very careful with what he says.
Yeah, because he says, I've always been upfront with you.
And maybe
blah, blah, blah.
stretch
Let me
the
see what he
truth.
says.
Unless like the documents are revealed from like the whole court case, like you can't really take his word for it.
But he said, everyone has been wanting to know why I was banned from Twitch, but for reasons outside of my control, I was not allowed to say anything for last several years. Now that two former Twitch employees have publicly disclosed the accusations, I can now tell you my side of the story regarding the ban. I think that he could have mentioned it based off that. 'Cause I think that it was probably like if Twitch says something, then I'm allowed to say something, but otherwise I can't. And since they brought it up, he could. So I don't know. I think he could have clarified if he knew or not. I don't think he doesn't want to, because then if he says I knew that she was a minor, I'm assuming it was a she. He would get more. He could potentially get in trouble. I think then it would turn criminal, potentially.
Isn't exposing age also like bad? Like you shouldn't be like exposing people's ages.
What do you mean?
Like in a settlement, you shouldn't be exposing people's like ages, like during or after.
A
In
settlement?
a court setting, you
In a
can.
court setting. Oh well, I guess
You
like
can, yeah.
after the fact, like once everything's been
What
settled,
do you
because
mean?
they did this
Just
privately, right?
maybe as long as you don't
It
reveal their
depends.
name.
It depends. Yeah, if you don't reveal their name, you don't have to hide age.
Well, they didn't reveal their name.
But what we just said that as long as you don't say their name, you can reveal age.
Oh,
probably.
okay. See, okay. I thought you meant like, as long as
No,
they
yeah.
reveal their name, they can reveal their age.
But no,
Because like you
no,
see on
like
the
you could
news.
say that they were 17 without saying their name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because how many 17-year-olds are there in the fucking world? Like you're not really. That's not specific. But if you say her name
5.
is like uh Jane Doe, like that's like the generic one, then like yeah, if you're naming her like how many 17-year-olds are named that, then you're like, okay, that's pretty specific. Man, I think he knew the age, and he got caught
Yeah.
on
Yeah, I think he did know. That's why he's not explicitly coming out and saying
Yeah.
that he
it.
didn't know it.
Especially if they were like it's one thing if they were 17, it's another thing if he was talking to somebody that was like 15, and it's not that either one is good, but I think that there's like a difference where like somebody's like, oh, they're gonna be 18 soon, which is like a terrible way to look at things. Versus like somebody's like, yeah, that person's clearly in high school, you old fuck. Especially when he was like 35.
Oh, that reminds me of an Ada that I read the other day. They like, oh, I'm 14 and my boyfriend's 23. Is it wrong? And I'm like, are you
Like hell
fucking
yeah,
kidding me?
brother.
Are you kidding me?
That's a freshman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, it's crazy.
I feel like if you're 35, you shouldn't be talking to anybody under like 25. At like a minimum. You are too fucking old to be talking to anybody because how old is he now? Like 40?
He's like 40.
He's 40. He's 42.
Yeah.
42, yeah. So if he was 35 at the time, yeah, you're definitely too goddamn old to talk
That's
to any
literally
teenagers.
half his age.
Yeah. You're talking to somebody that's half your age in high school, like brother, please.
So I don't think the communication they had was necessarily illegal.
Also, I
that
think
kind of
Kai just beat
standpoint.
In a
I
legal
was looking
standpoint,
through-
no, not necessarily, but it still looks bad, you know?
It was definitely like a thin line being pushed there.
Yeah.
So
Leonardo DiCaprio right now? Yeah, no. Leonardo DiCaprio is creepy to me too.
Did you
He's
see that
different.
he bought or like for like his girlfriend's 19th birthday? 19th birthday. You know, he's what, how old is he? 52? No, he's like 40, 49? I don't remember. But he bought I think he celebrated on his yacht for her 19th birthday. And he spent like $300,000 or some shit.
that's nothing to him.
Yeah, I know, but like Jesus Christ. On
He's
your
not
19-year-old
married, right?
No, he's not married. He just has a girlfriend right now.
He just swaps girlfriends every few years.
Yeah, as soon as they hit 25.
That's the whole meme.
he
As soon
can't.
as they hit 25, he always breaks up with them.
Yep.
That still happens a lot with a lot of celebrities. Bill Belichick, I think his girlfriend's 24. This dude's 72.
Oof.
That's insane to me.
She's trying to get her bag, bro.
Who
I
else?
respect it.
Leonardo DiCaprio? No.
We just talked about him.
The other guy in the movie he was in, Robert
Which
De
movie?
Niro.
Oh, Robert De Niro has a
That's
child
right.
that's like 2 years old or something. I don't know how old he
Yeah.
is now, but like the kid's young.
Yeah, he just had a kid, and he's
I
80.
love Robert De Niro, but like he's 80 years. He does not have much more time left on this earth. That kid will not be able to legally drink in the U.S. before he passes.
Yep.
I think his wife is like half his age too. I think she's like 40
Is he
something.
married?
Oof.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if he was married or not. Is that kid with her or with somebody else?
Yeah, it's with her.
Okay, I didn't know. I didn't know if like he had like, Never know.
Damn, bro. What if you were 80, Tim? Would you go for like a 30-year-old?
No. First of all, I don't plan on living that old.
Let's just say
Second,
you were.
no. I would
Would you?
date within my age range.
You would date within like 80?
Within like plus or minus 3. Right
You
now.
get you
At
get
that point, I would do plus or minus like 10.
10,
Pulling up to the
20,
senior home.
plus
No,
or minus
10.
20. They're gonna be 100 years old.
Yeah. But like, I don't know. My plus or minus is still like nobody, even at this point, probably nobody under like 24 is probably safe for me because it's like I don't want to talk to nobody too young.
How old are you?
The plus
30?
is that I'm 27. So yeah, I don't want I don't want to talk to somebody that's fucking just now 21. Like you're just now legally able to buy a drink. Like I don't want to talk to you. And then actually no, anybody older. The plus or the minus is like 3. The plus is like whatever. I'll talk to somebody that's like 37.
You'll talk to somebody that's 37?
Yeah,
You want a cougar, especially if it's a man.
that's crazy. First of all, it's not a cougar. You moron. Oh god.
MILF?
I already don't even know the DILF term. God damn it. Where's Woomy? Woomy! Your
No,
boy.
I was just talking about. I was comparing women and men. You would like men.
Oh, man. Either way.
Yeah,
The
that was
black
the
and
news with
disrespect
that.
stuff is definitely. I don't know. I feel like this is gonna be his downfall because I think even if he comes back from this, the best way normally to get away from being canceled is to just take a break, come back, rebrand, which was for the cheating was whatever. This is like you're talking to children, so I think that this is gonna end up being like an EDP situation where he might get like perma bad press from it.
From a
I don't want to minimize that this happened, but it did happen 7 years ago. But I feel like it would have been like way more hard hitting on him if it happened recently.
Yeah.
Because this is, I think, before he was on the top of the Twitch streaming world. But if this happened recently and he's had his peak and now he's like still pretty popular on YouTube.
Do you know how many views he gets on YouTube when he streams?
on YouTube.
He gets decent. He gets like 20K.
Okay. I guess the way to see it, if people forgive him or not, is going to be depending on the month of streaming when he comes back.
Oof.
Cause
I don't know. I feel like it's gonna blow over just like everything does.
Yeah.
I don't know
It
because
depends
every
if
time
like
somebody has something with kids, it doesn't always blow over.
unless like Tim and Ninja and everyone else that messes with him all say together like let's just not support his return.
Isn't that what they said?
Well, they said they're not going to associate with him,
Yeah.
but
That's
if
the
they
same
actively say like, "Hey, don't watch him when he comes back," that might have an effect.
I mean, if he can only game by himself, because who's gonna want to play with him at this point?
Yeah.
That was him when he got banished to YouTube. I don't think he could play with anybody because everybody was on Twitch at the time.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
and then
yeah,
everybody
I
switched
forgot
over
about
to YouTube.
They couldn't play with him actually because he was banned on Twitch and
Yeah.
Yeah, but now Twitch lets you ban people can be on whatever. Either way,
well, I'm glad this got out.
yeah. People were speculating for years on why the motherfucker got banned.
Yeah, I thought it was, yeah. My speculation was something completely different.
I don't
Well,
remember what
yours.
I said. I don't remember what it was.
I thought it was like some sponsorship like drama or something.
Oh, because that was also around the time of Mixer. People were speculating that like he was harassing or like trying to swindle Twitch
Yeah.
too much around then.
Yeah,
That
I thought
was
he
the
was just trying to
speculation.
fuck Twitch over like with some deal or something.
Yeah. I guess we found out.
All right.
Let me do my top 10 list. We can end out today.
Oh yeah. It's
So
gonna take us, like, 3 hours.
mine is top 10 hardest video games and franchises in history.
Okay,
it's a
well,
Dexterra list.
I bet you number 1. Can I start guessing?
How recent?
This list was made February of this year, February 23rd.
You said franchises or video games or specifically games?
It's
or
video games and franchises.
Okay. Well, okay, can I start?
Yes.
Dark Souls.
So they have Dark Souls 1 through 3, Elden Ring, Demon Souls, and Bloodborne all as one.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Just
that's
group them
number
all
So
one.
those are
together.
the Souls-like ones.
Yeah, number one
Yeah.
Souls Lake. Makes sense. All right.
And that is number 3 on the list.
Okay, okay. Interesting. What's harder than that? Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild.
No Zelda.
Oh, okay.
Isn't there like a super hard Mario game?
Mario Frustration.
I can tell you right now, there's no Mario games on here. I would say some of these are old and some of them are more recent.
Oh.
Some of these are like
Um.
really old,
Are
and
there
then some
any
of them
indie
are
games?
like within the past couple of years. I would say yeah, yes,
Celeste.
no.
That one's a hard game.
One of these is an iPhone game.
Clash of
Temple Run.
Clans.
No.
Candy Crush.
No.
Clash Royale.
No. It's an old one.
Oh, for Ninja.
No.
Cut the Rope.
Nope. There's other games
Hard-
you can guess.
Is it like hard in terms of like gaming skill or like you gotta outthink the game like a puzzle?
I don't know how they did this.
2048.
No. Oh, you're saying for the phone game, Ducky?
All of them. Like what are they? Are they like hard to beat because
Like hard and difficult.
I would say skill. It's
gaming?
all skill.
Okay.
it's all skill?
All right.
I think it's all
Because
skill.
there's like the Talos Principle game that's like a puzzle.
No. Let me see if any of these are puzzles.
What about Cuphead?
Actually, no. Some of them are like platforming puzzle. What did you
Cuphead.
say? You said yes. Cuphead's number 6.
Oh,
Mm.
that game's easy.
I don't think there's any like true puzzle game, but there's like platforming related stuff.
Is
Yeah,
Risk of
Rings.
Rain on there?
No. So what you have Cuphead at number 6, and then the Elden Ring, Dark Souls 1 through 3, Demon Souls, and Bloodborne at number 3.
Is there any Call of Duty in there?
No.
Okay.
Do they count like challenges
No.
like Halo Lasso?
Nope. If it's a hard, it has to just be like a hard game. I don't think any of these actually have. Actually, some of these might have difficulties. I don't know for sure.
Doom.
No, Doom's not on here. I think there's only this game has guns. This one I don't know what the fuck it is. Well, I don't know if it has guns or not. Most of them do not have guns. Some of them do.
Okay.
Only 2 of them I think do, except for Cuphead was shooting. I think 2 of them have like a shooting mechanic, and the other ones don't really.
I want to know what the iPhone game is. You said it's an
Is
older
there an
one?
Elder Scrolls game on there?
You're gonna be mad when you see it because it's fucking dumb. Elder Scrolls is not on this list at all now.
Metroid.
No Metroids at all.
Wait, let me guess the phone game.
You're gonna think it's dumb as shit when you hear it.
Plants vs Zombies.
No. I'm gonna give you a hint for the phone game. There's a version of it at Dave and Buster's.
I've never been to Dave and Buster's.
I have. Hold on.
Is it Minecraft?
No Minecrafts.
No.
Minecraft wouldn't be a phone game.
House
No, I'm
Dead
talking
is
about
not
that.
it.
No.
The version of it at Dave and Buster's. It's not the air hockey, is it?
Nope.
Okay. I remember playing Ori hockey like crazy back in the day. With the iPod touches.
Do you want another hint for the phone game,
I don't care, whatever Decky wants.
Decky?
He's the one guessing.
Is it super popular? Like everybody knows it?
Everybody knows it. Everybody knows
Okay,
this
never.
game.
I don't want the clue.
Oh, Flappy Bird.
Yes, Flappy
Yeah.
Bird's number 10.
Oh.
I just thought about it. I'm like, wait a minute.
Is that beatable? I thought
I
you
don't know
just
if
go
it's
to.
beatable.
I thought you just go till you die.
Yeah, but it's number 10 on the list.
I had a pretty high score when I played that shit.
That's the only phone game on here. I'll tell you, one of these is ancient. One of these is like PS3, PS4 era, or Xbox 360 era, Xbox One. Another one's
Crash
like Xbox
Bandicoot?
360 era. Another one's ancient. No Crash Bandicoot. Another one is
Civ?
very recent. What's it?
Civilization?
No.
Oh.
One of these is ancient, like original Xbox era. One of these is new. Two of these are like very new. For sure.
Ancient, huh?
Two of them are ancient, and when those come around, I'll give you hints. Unless you get them. One of them you might not actually get, because I don't even know what the fuck this game is.
Darksiders?
No. Darksiders isn't hard. Fuck.
Maybe for some.
No. One of them is a platformer. But it's not, I don't know if it's puzzles. I guess platformers are technically puzzles, right?
Not all of them.
Yeah. So one of them is a platforming game. And that one is like 360 era.
QB.
No.
Fez.
No.
Super Meat Boy.
Yes.
Oh.
Super Meat Boy is number 4.
Damn, dude. I was thinking like Celeste kind of games, because Celeste has like influences from like Super Meat Boy.
So you have number 3, which was Elden, Dark Souls 1 through 3, Demon Souls, and Bloodborne. Then you have Super Meat Boy at number 4, and Cuphead at number 6, Flappy Bird at number 10.
Come on, Decky, keep up, bro.
If you guys want, you could look up hard
can't
games
think
to
right
see if
now.
you can think. You can look up hard games.
I'm the
see if
one with
there's,
the
like, a
headache,
list.
bro.
Uh,
You say I can look up hard video games?
You can look them up, yeah, as long as you don't look at the list.
getting over it.
Oh, wait, does
No.
Sekiro count as a...
Sekiro is number 2.
Oh,
That's
Sekiro's
why I
harder?
kept I listed all the other ones out. According to them, yeah.
I didn't even think that would be on there. I thought that would just count as a Souls.
That's why I listed every other Souls game, because that's the way they list it.
Oh my
Mm.
god.
They have Sekiro as the hardest
Yeah,
one.
I
would've
noticed you didn't
guessed
say
that.
Sekiro, and I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah. Sekiro is number 2.
Why don't they group that in with the rest of the Souls?
I don't know.
That's so dumb.
Oh, I guess because it has different mechanics. Because Sekiro is more based off of pairing and everything like that. Versus like the other Souls games.
It
Is
a
my
little
guess.
mechanic. Getting over
I think
it.
every other Souls game is very similar to each other in terms of mechanics, and the Sekiro has like its own
Getting
moveset.
over it.
Well, what about Lies of P then?
No, Lies of P is not on here.
Getting over it with Bennett Foddy.
No.
Oh, I played
Lies
that
of P
one.
is fucking hard.
That one sucks.
Okay, I'm gonna say one of these. I don't know the game, but it looks like it's newer. One of these is like a very old franchise. One of these is newer as well. Then 2 very ancient ones.
Mega Man.
No.
Hollow Knight.
No.
Tetris.
No.
Contra?
That actually would be a good one. What'd you say?
Contra?
Yes, Contra's number 1.
What the fuck? Contra's not even that hard.
I don't know.
I've never heard of that.
You never heard of Contra?
Nope.
Contra's old.
Contra's hella
Yeah.
old.
But it's a classic.
Good games. Good. They're like arcade games now.
That means you guys are old.
The fuck? They're from your time period. Actually, no, they're not from before you.
Yeah, they're like the 80s.
So-
I see. Yeah, this one says 80s.
So you have 1 is Contra, 2 is Sekiro, 3 is like all those other FromSoft games. Then you have 4 is Super Meat Boy, 5 you don't have, 6 is Cuphead, and 10 is Flappy Bird. So you need 9, 8, 7, and 5.
That was a good one. Jump King.
No,
Darkest Dungeon.
no,
Neo 2.
no,
The Binding of Isaac.
nope,
Spelunky.
no,
Dead Cells.
nope.
Dead Cells isn't that hard. It's a fucking
Oh, roguelikes is not
Roguelike.
that bad.
Never
There's
played
It's
it.
all-
new. I didn't even play this one. This was on PlayStation. Returnal.
Returnal is number 9.
What the fuck?
Never heard of that either.
It's on PlayStation. Came out like in 2021, I think.
So it's relatively new. So you have old original Xbox era to like maybe newer, but like it's an older franchise. Then you have relatively new, and then you have ancient.
Ghosts and Goblins.
That's number 5.
That's the
I'm
oldest
surprised you
fuck
got
one.
that. Did you look it up?
Fuck
I
this
just,
list.
I
Look
just
up
looked at the
games.
list. I just not. I'm looking at like Reddit and people
No,
are
that's
saying,
only
"Oh,
looking at hard game.
yeah, Ghosts and Goblins."
Ghosts and Goblins is number 5.
I never even
Then you
played
need
that
7
game.
and 8.
I don't know any of these games. Ratchet and Clank.
No.
That's not that hard. Damn, Decky, are you really a gamer?
No. Remnant.
Nope.
That's pretty hard. What are we missing now? 7, 8, 9?
No, you're just missing 8 and 9.
Oh, 8, 9.
What's the genres?
Let me see what they. Let me see what genres they're put in. One of them is a fighting action indie game. It's not like a fighting game like 1v1. It's like a fighting like you're fighting martial arts style. And the other one is bullshit. This is the fucking man. What the fuck? I don't know what genre to put this one in. It's old.
Is that a fighting game, Sifu?
Yes, Sifu is.
I was gonna fuck.
number
I had
7.
that Googled right now.
I didn't even
I was
Google it. I
gonna
just
say
knew what
that.
it was.
Sifu's number 7.
Decky, come on, you gotta get one, bro.
We're on the last one. I'm not getting this last one.
Maybe you will.
This one sounds from the 80s.
It's not
An
from
old
the
one?
80s. No, it's 360 era. 360 era. There was not 360. Original Xbox to 360.
I didn't play a lot of original Xbox.
Well, it wasn't just on the Xbox. I'm saying it's from that time period.
Oh.
The most recent one came out in 2014. The original one came out in 1988. But there were versions on the original Xbox and the 360.
1988 game, huh?
But the ones I'm thinking of are 360 original Xbox era.
Dead Space.
No, I don't think Dead Space was original Xbox. I think it was 360. I know this franchise, but
Oh, is it
I
Ninja
guess you
Gaiden?
guys- Yes,
Mm.
that was.
What is
number
that?
8. You never heard of that?
You never heard of Ninja
No.
Gaiden?
No.
They're
Ninja game.
very hard but very cool games.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the official
Forgot
list
about that one.
for from Dextero was 10 was Flappy Bird, 9 was Eternal, 8 was Ninja Gaiden, whatever it was. 7 is Sifu, 6 is Cuphead, 5 is Ghosts and Goblins, 4 is Super Meat Boy, 3 is the other FromSoft games, not including Sekiro, 2 is Sekiro, and then 1 is Contra. Those are the Dextero list from February. I just figured with all the Elden streams going on and everything from everybody, it's a good list to
Do
go
you
with.
agree with that list, Tim?
Not fully.
I haven't played many hard games, but I don't think Sekiro is the hardest. You can figure it out. Once you figure it out, it's not that hard. I feel like Souls games are harder. That's just me.
I think with the Elden DLC, it's harder than Sekiro, at least from what people have said.
Oh, I don't know if Sekiro had DLC. I wish it did.
Sekiro. Did Sekiro
No,
have DLC?
I don't think they did.
I don't think they had. I
They
don't
should.
think they had DLC. I wish they did. I would
Yeah,
have
they
played it.
should.
No, I never got DLC.
The game is goated.
I want to play it now.
That's the only game I beat.
You won't play Elden, but you'll play Sekiro?
I have Sekiro. I have to buy Elden.
But you could have bought Elden instead of Sekiro.
I don't want to. What? No. Sekiro came out so long ago.
Still holds up.
That's
You want to
it.
raise Decky?
Do I want to what?
You want to race?
Raise what?
Race? Oh, so you can beat it in less hours.
Race?
Yeah, whoever can beat it in less hours.
Like starting from the beginning?
Yeah.
You beat it already. I haven't yet.
Twice.
Decky, what if you race me then? Since I haven't played it.
Okay. You've been playing Elden for the past few days.
You're not gonna play Sekiro.
Decky, I want you to know, I beat
It's gonna
Elden.
throw you off, bro.
It took me 60 hours to beat Elden the first time, like going through all the stuff. And now I'm already New Game Plus about to finish it like 12 hours later. Again. Now I'm gonna New Game Plus it again. I'm gonna 100% the game in like under 100 hours.
I don't have the time dedication to put into it.
What do you mean? Like the mental one? Or what do you mean like you don't have the time dedication? You don't have the time to do it?
Yeah.
How long is Sekiro?
20 to 30?
30 hours is about, it says.
Jesus
I think that's always
Christ.
bullshit.
I have 42.8 hours and I beat it
How
twice.
long?
And was on a third run.
It'd probably take me 30 hours.
This is
Good
bullshit. No, it says it's 100% Elden takes 133 hours. I'm gonna have it done in like 80.
You're gonna 100% it completely?
All the achievements, yeah.
Oh wow.
Well, no, not 80. Within 80, probably like 82, 83.
You're trying to prove.
You have a guide
No,
though,
I'm just
huh?
saying that's how many hours I have in that one character. It's around 72 now, and it'll take me probably about another like 8 to full run the New Game Plus 2.
Hey, Magic's in the chat.
Yeah. Either way, I am fucking starving.
My head's starting to hurt again. Oh.
I think that's it for pod for today. Not
We'll be back.
disrespect as a pedophile.
Yep.
Sekiro is supposedly harder than all the other FromSoft games, but that's without Elden Ring DLC, so potentially not true. That list was like the games made sense. The order doesn't necessarily make sense. If that makes sense.
It was hard. It's just not that hard. I think the Souls games are harder.
Yeah, I think the list itself, like a lot of the games on the list, made sense to be on there, but not necessarily in the order that they were. Flappy Bird, I don't think belongs in top 10. I think there's harder games out there. Flappy Bird's not, like Decky said, it's not really a game you beat.
Yeah.
But other ones, like they all made sense. Like Super Meat Boy being on there, that's some hard.
That is a
levels
hard
and
game,
everything.
yeah.
So it's like, yeah, that doesn't make sense. I don't know if it's 4, but it makes sense that it's there, like it's listed.
All right.
But yeah,
We'll be back next
we'll
week.
see y'all next week.
4 o'clock or 4:30.
Bye.
See you guys soon.